assistance. This we pray in the mighty name of Jesus.
May we kindly take our seats. Your Excellency, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, President and Commander-in-Chief of the Kenya Defence Forces, Your Excellency, Professor Abraham Kithure Kindiki, the Deputy President of this great nation, Honorable Alice Wahome, Cabinet Secretary for Land, Public Works, Housing and Urban Development, all Cabinet Secretaries present, Principal Secretaries present, led by PS Charles Hinga, the PS for Housing, Departmental Committee for Housing, Urban Planning and Public Works, led by their Chair, Honorable Johanna Ngeno, all members of Parliament present, all chairpersons, CEOs, board members of various government institutions, all stakeholders in the housing space. Your Excellency, with your permission to start us off, allow me to invite the PS for Housing, Charles Hinga, to just come and make some brief remarks and also recognize and possibly mention those who are present with us this morning. So let's welcome him with a clap. Charles Hinga, karibu sana.
Your Excellency the President, I don't know how many people will understand how happy this day is for you. Because when a plan comes together, there is nothing that is more satisfying than seeing over 5,000 young people who have gone to school, they've worked hard, and had no hope and chance of getting opportunities because our economy has not been creating enough jobs. But today, it is a great day. And to start us off, Your Excellency, I'd like to recognize the various disciplines of interns that we have onboarded today. Stand up if you're in that discipline. Your Excellency, you can look at out of the 5,000 that we hired, we have got 240 architects, 52 architectural assistants, 366 civil engineers, and 52 construction management. Thank you very much and welcome to the State House. The next lot is electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, quantity surveying assistant. Kindly stand up. Your Excellency, we have 359 electrical engineers, 214 mechanical engineers, 257 quantity surveyors, 63 quantity surveying assistants. Thank you very much and welcome. The next lot, I have structural assistants. Where are the structural assistants? Kindly stand up, and that 346 structural engineering assistant. Where are they seated? Okay. Then, Your Excellency, we have other disciplines that are supporting the program. We have got environmental practitioners, geoinformation, health and safety, interior design, land surveying. Where are you? Kindly stand up if you have mentioned your discipline. They're all seated around this side. Thank you very much. And that's quite a huge number. Then I have landscape architects, I have realtors. These are the people who are going to help us in selling these units. Valuers, social development, and urban and regional planning. If I have mentioned, please stand up. Okay, there they are. Quite a huge number. Thank you. You can be seated. Then, Your Excellency, we have got young people who are going to help us in communication, because this program is touching many lives, but often we find ourselves unable to communicate effectively. So we have onboarded communication and branding, digital marketing, data and entry clerks, and financial analysts. Where are you? Kindly stand up. There you can see them, Your Excellency. These are the people who are going to help us in spreading the word about this program. And then I have building inspectors. And as I say that, Your Excellency, one of the things that you have told us is that there are no shortcuts in this program. And I hope the interns who are here, you understand that these structures are going to house people. And we cannot afford any accidents. So please, no accidents in this program. So we have building inspectors, inspector civil engineering, inspector electrical. Kindly stand up. You see them there at the back. Thank you very much. Then, Your Excellency, we have got supporting services. We have supply chain. You can imagine, Your Excellency, this program alone, under one state department, I have got 1,378 contracts that we are running. So we need support services. So we have supply chain, we have legal, we have data science, information technology. Kindly stand up if you're in that category. Thank you so much and welcome. Then we have got a new utility, and that utility, Your Excellency, is gas. You all know that this affordable housing program, we are reticulating gas to the unit. So we have got gas inspectors, and then we have inspectors for plumbing and drainage. We have economists, we have actuarial, we have HR, we have gender and development studies, and we have got property managers. Kindly stand up if you're in that category. Thank you very much. They're all seated here, Your Excellency. You can see them. Thank you very much. Now, Your Excellency, allow me to recognize that these interns are going to work in live projects. And those projects have been awarded to contractors. And I was looking at my list, Your Excellency. We have got over 800 contractors that we have onboarded through this program. And Your Excellency, what is so satisfying is that out of those over 800 contractors, we only have one foreign contractor. So the rest are all local. And Your Excellency, that is very important because even those foreign contractors that are coming here, they became big because there was an opportunity that was created, there was a midwifing process that went on, and today they've become international contractors. We believe through this program, our local contractors will graduate to becoming international contractors. So allow me to ask all our contractors, wherever you are, kindly stand up. All the contractors, they are seated all over the place. Your Excellency, they're representing over the 800 contractors in this space. Then, Your Excellency, we onboarded a very special group that you actually helped to negotiate even the fees. These are our consultants. Now, these interns, Your Excellency, are not going to be employed in our offices. They are being employed by our consultants with our support. And these consultants, Your Excellency, are classified in what is called a consortia. And one consortia has 7 different firms. And we have got 35 consortia. So if you do your maths, we have got over 300 consulting firms through this program that have been given an opportunity, and today they're extending that opportunity to the graduates and the interns. So allow me to ask these consultants who've really worked hard to kindly stand up. All the consultants, They're seated all over the place. Thank you very much, representing the various consulting firms. Your Excellency, allow me then to recognize these interns will be paid through our housing board. And this board has been very special. So Jerry, the chairman, and your board members, kindly stand up so that we can recognize you. Thank you very much. That's a board of affordable housing. And then we also have our National Housing Corporation board that is here, that is working with us as one of the implementing agents. National Housing Corporation board, kindly stand up. Thank you very much. Thank you. Your Excellency, I also have a very special mention to Safaricom. When you met the CEO in December as we were handing over Mukuru, they had a passion to support the interns. And today, they have said that all the airtime that will be used by the interns to communicate the data they're picking, that Safaricom is going to pay for it. And today I have Sylvia, I don't know where she is. Yes, Sylvia is our director. Thank you so much, Sylvia. And Safaricom for not tiring in supporting the government agenda. And Your Excellency, they are also considering giving the interns a tablet so that you have data. So Your Excellency, because we have the main course is coming up, allow me just to recognize my colleague PSs who have come here. Kindly stand up. I'm not going to mention you by name. Kindly stand up. Thank you very much, PSs. And Your Excellency, you can sit. This work, including the legislative framework for the affordable housing program, will not have happened if we did not have a very supportive committee. So allow me to ask my committee, led by our chairman, Ngong, Ngeno, and the rest of the team, kindly stand up so that we can recognize you. Thank you so much, Your Excellency. This team has given us a lot of support, and we truly appreciate. So, Your Excellency, allow me at this juncture to invite my cabinet secretary to come and make some opening remarks, and we can take the program forward. Asante sana. God bless you, and thank you.
Let's also give a clap to my Principal Secretary, Charles Hinga, as he sits down. Your Excellency, this is your meeting this morning to meet with the interns. But let me recognize your presence here and this invitation, allowing time for us to come here. Your Excellency, the Deputy President, I think all protocols settled and mentioned. I want to adhere to that in the interest of time. Your Excellency, today we present a new picture to the country. This new picture, Your Excellency, is that we have been working with the professionals. But today, 5,500 interns are here in State House to tell you that we have actually commissioned them. But without this presence, Your Excellency, the people out there may not understand the entire space. Your Excellency, the picture that has been coming is for our project sites, where our critical workers are the masons. That is what people see, the artisans in each project site, currently standing at over 320,000 without this team here. Your Excellency, we know that these are professionals in their own right. Your Excellency, we want to thank you because the idea to bring this team on board was actually your idea. We were working with them, but for the interns who need professional experience, work experience, Your Excellency, we are grateful that we were also able, through the consultants, to come up with a package so that they have their allowances without challenges. Your Excellency, the work is a lot. We have more out there. This is a program that, with your permission, Your Excellency, should run every year because they will be out there for 12 months. And we know with the experience, because each one of them will be in charge of specific block, specific work, that then they can be able to be given accolade or recognition for the experience they have gathered. You know, you met some of them in Nyeri, so they are already in their sites. They know where their workplace is, and we are very happy with the enthusiasm, the energy, the youthfulness that they have taken up their work or their duties. Your Excellency, with them, of course, the consultants, our teams in the ministry, Your Excellency, are there to give the necessary guidance. I don't want to add beyond that, but let me, as the Cabinet Secretary, recognize the input of the Department for State, for Lands and Physical Planning in this exercise in terms of our work. I want to recognize Joy Arumanyong, also, yes, PS Nixon. Joy Arumanyong is here. And of course, with Hinga, they are working very well to ensure their contribution in terms of seamless implementation is available. I want to recognize the Cabinet Secretary, my colleague, Soipan, who has come to support me. Cabinet Secretary Defense, I see the SG. Your Excellency, all our contracts end up at the AG's office, and the SG is here, I think, on behalf of that office. Let me not go beyond that. Your Excellency, my role was actually to allow me, Your Excellency, and you'll forgive me for saying this. Before, we were talking about construction. The blocks were on the ground floors. Now, majority of our projects, over 250 sites, the blocks are up. Those people who did not believe that the affordable housing program is on course, is being implemented, they have criticized. Now we don't want to ask them to see. We want to, because they couldn't see. Now they can see. If they don't believe, they can now go and touch. The blocks are up. We are relentless, Your Excellency. We will close our ears. We will open our eyes. We shall remain focused to assist you in ensuring that this program is one of the most successful programs that your government will be able to deliver to the people of Kenya. Your Excellency, let me now invite His Excellency Professor Kithure Kindiki, and allow me to say, si huyu mungwana ni fire si fire. Ni fire si fire. Noma si noma. Your Excellency.
Good morning. Ni fire si fire. Mheshimiwa Rais, allow me just to mention the members of parliament who are here, who are members of the Departmental Committee on Housing, because they have been very supportive of this program. The Honorable Johanna Ngeno is the chairperson of that committee and is also the member of parliament for Emurua Dikir in Narok County. The Honorable Joseph Cherorot, member of the committee and member of parliament for Kipkelion East. The Honorable Esther Pasaris, member of the committee, and she is the woman rep for Nairobi County. The Honorable Jane Kagiri, MP member of the committee and woman rep for Laikipia County. The Honorable Kakai Bissau, member of the committee, MP, and the member of parliament for Kiminini in Trans Nzoia. The Honorable Iribae Said, member of the committee, MP, member of parliament for Galole in Tana River. The Honorable Caleb Mule, MP, member of the committee, MP for Machakos Town. The Honorable Daniel Manduku, MP, member of the committee, and I think is the member of parliament for Nyaribari Masaba. Your Excellency, allow me to say two things before I invite you. When you assumed office as President of Kenya in 2022, you made it clear that for our country to achieve economic transformation, we needed first to stabilize the macroeconomic fundamentals of our country, which is the foundation upon which economic activity is built. If you have a country with a weak currency or a volatile currency, with high interest rates, with high inflation rates, without enough foreign exchange reserves, it doesn't matter what you do in what sector, the economy will not do well because of what we call the macroeconomic environment. And for the first 2 years of your administration, Mr. President, you worked very hard, and we are now having a fairly stable macroeconomic environment in our country. The interest rates are coming down, inflation has come down, the currency has been stable for some time, and we have the highest ever foreign exchange reserves in the history of our country. Your Excellency, the third and fourth year, and this is where we are now, you've been leading us now to move into building on the macroeconomic stability to create microeconomic progress, job creation, and expanding the economy to provide enough jobs and income opportunities for individuals, and also increasing household incomes. And Your Excellency, we are right on course under your leadership. And that underpins why we are gathered here today. Because every opportunity given to a Kenyan in terms of a job, in terms of an income opportunity, helps us build and move closer to the realization of the bottom-up economic transformation of our country, and it helps us realize the vision of getting Kenya from where we are today in the third world to the first world economic status. Therefore, Your Excellency, these interns, 5,500 of them, are part of the many other initiatives the administration that you lead is creating for young people and for Kenyans in terms of jobs and income opportunities. And today, I am a very proud member of the government that you lead, even as we celebrate this milestone. The last thing I want to say, Your Excellency the President, is this housing program, being one of the flagship programs of this administration, as the Minister has said, is now picking off, and the consequences and the effects and the impact of this program are beginning to get seen and get felt. And therefore, the public housing program, this housing program, is going to be the driver of the housing sector, even as private sector supplements the housing needs of the people of Kenya. Your Excellency, so far so good. We must continue farming up on the professional standards and quality control systems that are in place to make sure that the houses that are being built are safe in the long term for the people of Kenya. And Your Excellency, we must start thinking through how, working with the professional bodies that regulate some of the professions that are in the built environment, how, going forward, we must introduce and implement consequence management for professionals who, under their watch, they make decisions, which decisions ends up having the kind of situations we had 2 months ago when we had a building, of course not part of this program, that had collapsed somewhere in this Nairobi. There must be consequences for all professionals, as well as all the agencies involved, whether they are agencies of county government or national government. It must mean something for you to be a professional. And under your watch, or through a decision you have taken to approve something, something happens that affects the safety and well-being of the people of Kenya. I charge you, interns, to work with the consultants and your seniors in the profession to help us have very good outcomes of these programs and other programs in the built environment. Mr. President, you've done us proud. You continue shaping and improving the vision of a better Kenya, a more prosperous Kenya, a more inclusive Kenya. We will support you, and I want to congratulate you for the milestone that we are here to celebrate today. Na kwa sababu rais umeleta hii mradi, hawa interns wameniambia wamefurahi sana, umewapatia nafasi ya kuanza maisha yao ya taaluma zao. Without this opportunity, Your Excellency, what Kenyans require is an opportunity to get started, and they will be able now to use that network to build on their future. Na kwa sababu rais umefanya hiyo mambo, our interns wameniambia nikwambie wewe ni fire. Rais Ruto ni fire, si fire? Rais Ruto ni fire, si fire? Naomba tusimame tukaribisha rais. Wacha nisikie makofi ya rais, makofi ya rais, makofi ya rais.
Good morning, everybody. Hamjambo. Bas, you can take your seats. Mr. Deputy President, all the other leaders present here, members of consulting firms, our construction companies, and the people of the moment, interns in the construction industry. Everybody, I want to welcome you this morning to this very important occasion. I am very happy, truly, that we are having this meeting. When I see the men and women here, professionals from the construction industry, professionals who are planners, surveyors, quantity surveyors, engineers, whether they are electrical engineers, they are mechanical engineers, structural engineers, people who work in the ICT space, and the host of professionals that are represented here today, I am very proud that indeed the housing program is maturing, and we have professionals, we have workers, we have companies, we have consulting firms in the equation. And let me begin first by saying that this moment is a very consequential moment, so to speak. Very consequential because our country, Kenya, I remember when we went out for the campaigns, one of the single most asked matter by citizens was the millions of young people who get out of school, get out of college, get out of universities, and there isn't a concrete plan on how and where they are going to work. And it was one of the issues that has always been discussed in this country. And therefore, we set out to have a conversation. And we set out to have a plan. And we put our ideas together. And we rolled it into a manifesto. And today, this is one of the meetings that confirms that the manifesto was not a piece of paper, that the manifesto was not a newspaper, that it was about a plan, about real issues affecting real people. My very able deputy has told you that we had to set the base. We had to put together the foundation upon which we were going to run all our other programs. And that foundation was the soundness of our economy. I know the conversation about the economy sometimes looks too lofty and sometimes in very strange figures and language about inflation, about GDP, and all the other things. But let me just put it simply, that we had a very serious challenge as a country in 2022. Of the 5 countries in Africa that everybody believed globally that they were going to default on their foreign financial obligations, Kenya was among them, because we had the largest Eurobond debt of $2 billion. And so everybody expected that Kenya was going to default. And indeed, of the 5 countries that everybody expected to default, 4 defaulted. Kenya did not. Yes. And I say so proudly because it is us, the people of Kenya. It is the government of Kenya. It is the professionals that we have in this country that we sat together, figured out, eliminated what was not necessary, removed unnecessary subsidies in fuel, in unga, in all manner of places, cut down on expenditure. I remember we had to reduce the budget. We went to Parliament. We reduced the budget by 300 billion Kenya shillings. And it was tough, you know. But those decisions we made, difficult as they may have been, necessary because they were, made our country escape the shame of defaulting on our foreign obligations. We have since built a farmer foundation. We have made the necessary decisions. Today, I can confidently stand before this gathering and before the people of Kenya that our economy is way different from what it was in 2022. Inflation has come down from 9.6% to 4.5%. Our dollar exchange rate that had gone all the way to 165, today it is 129 and coming down. Just watch this space in the coming months. Our foreign exchange reserves that had come down to almost 2.5 months of import cover, about $7 billion. Today, our foreign exchange reserves has risen to $12.3 billion, the highest in Kenya's history. These are numbers that I am not telling you. These are numbers that are available in any financial metrics. Our economy has grown, and now we have overtaken Ethiopia, we have overtaken Angola. We are now the 6th largest economy in Africa. That is Kenya, by the way, just in case you were wondering which country I'm talking about. Yes, that is Kenya. The one that I hear some politicians say is a failed state. I think the failure is not in Kenya, the failure is in their small minds. And upon that foundation, we have built the rest of the plan. We have built the rest of the plan. And because I am talking to interns, I am talking to people who've just gotten out of college, out of university. We all know that any country that has made any meaningful development, they have done so by building their human capital. Education is significant. And that is why today, as I talk to these interns, we are giving them an opportunity for you to go and experience in live infrastructure projects, not in simulated environments, in life what you have learned, and to sharpen the skills that you have learned, and to actualize some of the things that you learned in classroom. We have also equally rolled out a whole plan on how to make our education relevant to the requirements of today and the future. We have increased the budget by significant amount from $500 billion in 2022. This year, these members of parliament will tell you, we have a budget of $702 billion for our education sector. Why are we doing that? Because education is important. I see some people try to talk about education. And I want to tell them, in 2022, we had huge challenges in the education sector. We had a chronic shortage of teachers. We had a chronic shortage of classrooms. 21 of our universities were technically insolvent because of funding challenges. Most of our TVETs had serious problems because of funding. I stand here today to tell you that we have sorted out all those issues. Number one, we have hired, as of this January, 100,000 teachers in the last 3 years. No other administration in Kenya's history has done so. We have built 23,000 classrooms. And we have provided resources under our new student-centered model that does not give money to a university. It makes sure that every student is assessed as a student, and we give them scholarships on the basis of need and merit. And ask any vice chancellor today, ask any vice chancellor, they will tell you they can now pay salaries, they can pay their suppliers, they can even pay taxes, and the universities are getting out of insolvency. That is important. We have presided over two very important transitions when we set up the competence-based education, which I believe in 100%, because we must reform our education so that it is in tandem with the requirements of the future. And when we designed the competence-based education, it was supposed to make sure that education does not just be about formal learning and passing exams and that kind of thing. It was about transferring skills, creating knowledge, and making sure that we prepare our human capital for what is right and what is necessary for us to move Kenya to the next level. Today, exams have ceased being a life and death sentence. You accumulate part of your final result over time. Exams today only account for 60%. 40%, everything else accounts for it. There was a time exams were managed by the police because it was life and death. We have removed the police from managing exams. Exams is part of learning. It must not be a life and death issue. So, and I'm saying we have presided over two transitions from primary school to junior school, and this month from junior school to secondary school. And I did say yesterday that no child should be denied an opportunity to be in class. Why? Because we have provided the resources for them to be taught. For the first time in our schools, capitation that normally gets to schools a month or two after schools open, we made sure that capitation was available in school before our students reported in class. And we provided the highest amount, 44 billion. And therefore, if we have provided money for teaching, and we pay the teachers, and we have the classrooms, there is absolutely no reason why anybody would keep our children out of school. And we have said we are going to look into this uniform issue, because uniforms are beginning to be another source of corruption. Some schools charge as high as 38,000 for uniforms. You know? And therefore, I have directed that there is no child who will be kept out of class because of uniform. Even if they have the uniform for the junior school, they can transition to secondary school with that uniform as they wait for the parents to organize themselves. So we are going to work with all the stakeholders, the other stakeholders, to agree so that we don't erect additional impediments to access to education. And that brings me to this meeting. Why are we here? We are here because the people of Kenya told us that among the most serious challenges we have as a nation, in every home, there is a child who has finished Form 4 or college or university, and yet they don't have a job. And because we spend 700 billion shillings every year on education, we must equally think on what happens when the pipeline through education gets out. What do they do? And that is why we designed a concrete, practical, intentional, deliberate program on how to create jobs in Kenya. We have a program running today which we are calling export of labor. And when I talk about export of labor, I am not talking about brain drain. I am talking about Kenyans who go to work abroad for 2-3 years, gain a different experience, and bring it back home and use it to develop our own country. We have 530,000 young people who have gone from Kenya to different parts of the world. Today, they are monetizing their knowledge, their skills, their expertise, their talents, and our remittances in Kenya has gone up by $1 billion, $1 billion. It was 3.8 billion in 2022. Today, it is $5.2 billion every year. We have a whole ecosystem that we are building in what we call the digital jobs space. We are spreading our fiber optic across Kenya. We've done 30,000 kilometers. We want to do 100,000 kilometers. We've gotten better engagement with business process outsourcing companies. Teleperformance, for example, the largest BPO in the world, has set up office in Kenya. CCI and other companies in the BPO space are engaging Kenyans, working in foreign companies, but working from Kenya. We have ICT hubs that we are building around the country. We have Jitume centers that are rolled out around the country. In every TVET, we have made sure that there is an ICT hub. And today, we have 300,000 Kenyans working in the digital space, earning money in dollars, and working from home in foreign companies. Deliberate, intentional. And then we have public infrastructure. And that's why we are here today. Public infrastructure. And let me tell you, creating opportunities for employment using public infrastructure is not a new invention. You know? It is what is tested and tried globally. America, for example, in the 50s, for those of you who follow history, in the 1950s, the interstate highways that were built to get America out of recession created millions of jobs. It was intentional. If you go to Europe, if you go to Germany, for example, to get Germany out of recession, the Autobahn industry was created to deal with roads, bridges, highways, and created millions of jobs. Recently, in Philippines, what they called build, build, build. Again, just recently, 2016 to 2022, Philippines created 6.5 million jobs using investment in public infrastructure. So what we are doing in Kenya is not an invention. It is what is tested, what is tried, and what works. When we rolled out this housing program, it wasn't a new thing. National Housing Corporation was registered in 1960? 1953, I'm told, by the chair there. Almost earlier than South Korea and Singapore registered theirs. Right? But we have been, battling with what do we do with it? How do we do it? It was there. We went to slum upgrading. It was there in the manifesto of every political party. For the last 30 years, housing has been a permanent feature in every political party's manifesto. In fact, in the last election, housing was in the manifesto of Kenya Kwanza and was in the manifesto of Azimio. Right? But when it came to implementation, my friends, politics took the center stage. Oh, Zakayo, sijui. That's how I became Zakayo, all right? Never mind. At least today, we have close to 6,000 people here, professionals, engineers, planners, surveying engineers, electrical engineers, structural engineers, civil engineers, and a host of many other trades, painters, carpenters, masons, electricians, name them. We have a whole ecosystem of people, professionals who work now in our construction industry, building houses, building markets, building hostels, and the face and skyline of Kenya is changing. Yes, it is changing. Yes, it is changing. Go to anywhere. Go to any big town. The face and skyline of Kenya is changing. And that is why I want to persuade you, and I am very, very, very proud of this moment, that Kenya is finally doing what is right. We are finally taking charge of our own destiny and changing our country for the better. Yes. You guys will be working in real, live infrastructure projects, either in a market or in a hostel or in a housing program. You will be there and you will experience firsthand that Kenya is changing. And you will help us. Your knowledge, your skills, your expertise is going to contribute to making sure that those projects are world-class standards. They are efficiently delivered. They are professionally handled. And they are safe for our markets and hostels for our students and houses for the people of Kenya. So, I am really, really proud of this moment that we finally are believing in ourselves. You know, for a very long time, politics has sabotaged our country. Negativity, believing in others more than we believe in ourselves. And speaking negative things about our country, believing that nothing can happen. You know, I've come a long way. Many people were saying, oh, this gentleman is lying to us. Oh, fertilizer was 7,000. He's saying he's lying to us. Today it's 2,500. It's real. Oh, he was going to hire teachers. We have hired 100,000 teachers. It is real. Oh, so you SHA is real. 28 million people are registered today in SHA, and SHA is working. Oh, I don't know. The economy is not telling us the truth. Today, the numbers don't lie. Oh, affordable, this housing fund is a slush fund. They are going to steal all the money. Oh, you know, Pres.Ruto is the one supplying cement. I don't know, he's supplying steel. Nonsense. Today, the houses are there. They are staring at these people. Stubborn, as always. So, good people, let us believe in ourselves. Let's believe in our country as we believe in God, because this country is going to be changed by us. And therefore, I charge you, young people. I say so because I'm old enough to be your father. Many of you are what? 30? Less? Yeah. Anybody who is below 35 is old enough to be my child. So, I want to charge you. The housing program today, we have signed contracts for 600 billion. How much? And this is our money. We didn't borrow it from the IMF. We didn't go to the World Bank. We didn't go nowhere. This is our money. We are using our money. We are engaging our companies, Kenyan companies. We are engaging Kenya's consulting firms, professionals. We are using our raw materials, and the young people of Kenya, including the interns who are here, are at it, transforming our nation. It tells you there is nothing that we cannot do if we believe in ourselves and if we provide the right leadership. If I was a coward, this project would not have happened. Vile wananipigia makelele hapo, oh, Zakayo, maandamano, nini. This project would not be there. We would not be having this conversation with these many young people. So, let me ask you, as I finish, and to thank many people who believed in Kenya. Many public servants, public officers, working Kenyans who contributed to the housing fund. They are the heroes of this program. They are the ones who have made this program what it is. And I want to encourage them that every cent that they have contributed to the housing fund, I take full responsibility that it must be put to good use, and it must develop the houses, the markets, the hostels, money that was meant for it. I must thank our professionals, consulting firms. They are great patriots. Wapigie makofi. I know I haven't had a moment to say this, but I will say it again. These consulting firms, our architects, our engineers, our surveyors, and all the people who have made housing, markets, hostels possible, they have made a very big contribution. Just imagine, their fees ordinarily would be anywhere between 8% and 12, 13, 14%. Ordinarily, that's what their fees is supposed to be. I called these people. Jennifer was there, right? We sat in a room there called number 6. And I told them, listen, you know, this is our country. Let's believe in ourselves. You people, you do one house here, one house there, one block of flat there. We want to give you scale. Let us negotiate the fees. Do you know how much we pay them today? Instead of 14% or 10%, we only pay them 2%. And they have done a wonderful job. Wapigie makofi. They've done a wonderful job. When I write my book, finally, about this housing, these consulting firms will have 2 chapters. They have made a huge contribution. I recognize that. I really do. I recognize that. That you believed in this country, and you said, we also want to make a contribution as professionals. And today, as I roll out this program of interns, we are going to pay a small stipend to these interns. Yeah? And I want to say, as we pay a small stipend to these interns to be to help, for them to learn and help us supervise the sites, they will be working under the consulting firms. They will be literally part of your labor force. So we have consulted. I did ask the ministry to give me some numbers. And we have agreed that for the sacrifice you have shown as consulting firms, we are going to increase what we are paying you from 2% to 3%. But we are also going to give back something small. These people, these young people, we are paying them a small stipend from our side. Consider also to pay them a small stipend. Small. Kidogo. Huh? Kidogo. I am not going to give you any figure. You people go and decide. These are people who will be working in your offices. They will be helping you supervise your sites. Just be considerate and see how you can. Because much as they want to learn, they need to go home, come back, pay rent a bit here and there, and survive. Yeah? Are we together? So let me say this. You know, I really must thank these people. Let me also, thank our contractors. You know, when we say that we believe in ourselves, I did ask the ministry when we rolled out this program. It would have been easy for us to bring in the Chinese and tell them, okay, that you have the muscle, you can build for us faster, blah, blah, blah. But we said this program must also provide an opportunity for us to grow Kenyan construction companies. This is also their moment. As we believe in ourselves, we must also believe in them. And I must congratulate Kenyan construction companies. 95% of those companies have been exceptional. They've done their job well. In fact, I have been wondering why ordinarily you'd go to a place and people will tell you, no, we don't want this company, bring us the Chinese, they are efficient, they are faster. But today, you have heard here, out of 800 companies, construction companies, only one is foreign. The rest are Kenyan. So we are also building corporations of tomorrow. These construction companies we are building here today, tomorrow they are going to work in the region and they are going to work globally. And so are the consulting firms. The consulting firms will have behind them a track record of what they have done. And when they apply for the next contract, they can list a retinue of products or projects they have supervised. And I am confident that they will access regional projects, global projects, as we develop all our other sectors. Let me conclude by saying this. The construction industry that I speak to here today is just 2 years old. We have 240,000 housing projects, some towards completion, some halfway, some in different categories. We have 400 modern markets being built across Kenya. We have hostels for 182,000 students in universities, TVETs, Kenya Medical Training Centers, and in other colleges under construction. As I have told you, we have contracts of 600 billion Kenya shillings. We have 500,000 Kenyans working. We have professionals from different fields working, and this program is just started. It's just started. We are going to be here in this construction space for the next 25 to 30 years. So, prepare yourselves. Yeah? Mujipange. And for you guys, this is a launch pad. It is not a stopgap. This is internship. Do you understand what I'm saying? It depends on what you do with this moment. It depends on what you do with this moment. This moment, the opportunity you have to be an intern will make you either the next professional, to work in the next consulting firm, to start your own. The future is yours to decide what you do with this moment. All right? I was told the dream is free, the hustle is not. Mwende mujipu. Lazima ujitume. Yeah? Sindio? So, you guys, you have a moment of history in your hands. All of us as a country, we have a moment of history in our hands. And we are not just talking about this construction space around housing markets. You've heard me. I have said recently in the State of the Nation address towards the end of last year that we are now scaling up. Kenya, for the next 20, 25 years, maybe 30 years, is going to be literally a construction site. The whole country. Right from State House here, you can see it is a construction site. Yes, and to every part of Kenya. We are rolling out, beginning this year, already we have 6,000 kilometers of road going on now, which we are finalizing. We are designing another 2,500 kilometers of highways. Rironi, Mau Summit is just the beginning. I have said we are rolling out Makutano, Embu, Meru, all the way to Maua. We are rolling out Nakuru, through Nyahururu to Laikipia as a dual carriageway. We are taking from Mau Summit all the way through Kericho to Kisumu to Malaba, and from there to Nakuru to Eldoret to Malaba. We are doing, you have a list of where we are going. And we are doing another 28,000 kilometers of tarmac. Listen, it looks a bit crazy. We have built 20,000 kilometers of tarmac for 60 years. In the next 7 years, we want to build 28,000 kilometers. Sawa? And it's going to happen just in, as you see, in our lifetime. Up to 7 years in the other, we're going to do it. We must do another, and I'm talking about construction to get our country moving. We're going to do, as I have said, 50 new mega dams, 200 medium-sized dams, and thousands of small dams across the country. We are going to do another 10,000 megawatts of energy. And for your information, we have the money to do it. Yes. Tuko na pesa ya kufanya hiyo kazi. Mnanielewa? I know you don't believe me. We have the money to do it. Pesa is not the problem. The people, these professionals is not the problem. Look at these companies. Many people, if you told them we are going to build all these houses, wangekuuliza iko wapi kampuni ya kufanya hii kazi. Today, we have 800 companies, Kenyan companies, doing this job. Hakuna mtu tumeenda kutoa Ulaya kuja afanye. They have signed 600 billion shillings of projects, and they are doing them. Hiyo high-rise yote mnaona dunia hii yote. If you go to Kisumu, go to Migori, go to Kakamega, go to Bungoma, come to Eldoret, come to Nakuru, Thika, wherever. All those houses are built by Kenyan companies. We have what it takes to transform our country. And we have started the process of raising the money to do it. I said 5 trillion. Yes, we have the means to raise 5 trillion. Na itachelewa, by next year we will have raised all the 5 trillion. Na Kenya itasonga mbele. Sawa. This is not about politics. This is not about the next election. This is about transforming Kenya. Sawa. you know. And I want to ask some politicians. The other day, we all agreed that divesting, privatization, is a prudent way of raising resources. When we went to the market, today we are in the market on the Kenya Pipeline IPO. Is going to democratize the ownership of a public asset like Kenya Pipeline. Today, you as an intern, you can buy shares in Kenya Pipeline. And I want to ask you, I want to ask every Kenyan, with only 900 shillings, you can buy 100 shares of Kenya Pipeline. And you can continue and buy more and buy more and buy more. Let us all own a piece of the good that we have built together. But you'll hear some people saying, why are you doing this? This is wrong. The same people who told us, who agreed with us, let's do it. We're saying we're divesting a portion of Safaricom to raise money. They tell us, oh, who negotiated? Where is the committee that negotiated for the price of the shares? Really? Any public listed company, the tested, proven, transparent valuation is done by the capital markets. It's done at the exchange. It's not done in boardrooms or by committees. So I want to tell those people who are giving us lectures about what we are doing with the IPO on Kenya Pipeline or Safaricom, they should spare us their political conmanship and intellectual deceit. We don't need it. We want to move the country forward. In the next 1 month, we are going to raise 110 billion shillings with the Safaricom, with the Kenya Pipeline IPO. We're going to raise another 240 billion, maybe, or thereabout, with the divestiture from Safaricom. That is 350 billion Kenya shillings. With 350 billion, we are going to leverage, and we will have between 3.5 and 4 trillion shillings to be able to run all our projects. Akili. Yes, that's what is required. For a very long time, politics has sabotaged our development, small-time politics, and that's why I tell these people, we are going to change Kenya in our lifetime. When I talk about moving Kenya from the third world to a first world, I mean it. And it is going to happen right before our eyes. It is going to happen. Tunaelewana, my friends? Tuko pamoja. So believe in yourselves and let us believe in our country as we believe in God. Nothing is impossible. We are going to change this country. Kenya is moving from third world to first world by all means possible in our lifetime. Sawa. I can go on, but let me stop there. Thank you very much for listening to me.
Wonderful, wonderful. Another round of applause for His Excellency. I'll request that we kindly take our seats. Let's take our seats. Your Excellency, with your permission, will now transition to the panel discussion. Our first panel discussion is women in construction. It has been long said that it's a male-dominated industry, but through the affordable housing, there is proof that this norma has been divulged, and as a result, we have very many women in construction. This session is going to be moderated by the PS Housing, PS Hinga. So as we put this together, let's put our hands together as we welcome PS Hinga, who is briefly going to give us the bios of the contractors who he's going to be having this discussion with, together with His Excellency. Karibu.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Without further ado, allow me to invite our first panelist. And as Michael has said, Your Excellency, we have our women in construction. And as they come, allow me to say something that has been really remarkable about our women in construction. Your Excellency, the best performing sites in the housing are being undertaken by women. And I'd like to ask two of the best performing contractors to come and join us here on stage. We have Imelda and Mudeo, who are really shining in this men's world. Karibuni. I also have Amina. Amina, kindly come on stage. She's assisting us in construction of markets. I also have Anne Cherop. Where is Anne? Karibu. I also have a contractor come engineer, one of the finest from the lakeside, Lillian. Karibu sana. She's doing an amazing job in our western side of the country. I have also Anastasia. Karibu. And I have Margaret Mwende. Karibuni. And then I'll also ask your friend Jennifer, Your Excellency, to come and sit next to you. She's a tough negotiator, but I think you are a bit tougher than her. But I'd like to ask Jennifer, who negotiated for the consultants, to come and sit right there next to His Excellency. And ladies and gentlemen, allow me now to invite His Excellency the President to come and join the panel. Thank you very much. Your Excellency, this is a conversation with these wonderful ladies that represent a universe of a well-performing contractors in the country. Because it's a conversation between them and yourselves, I just want to ask each one of them to introduce themselves, what they are doing, and give us a snapshot of your experiences of this program, what this program has meant to you in your sector, and compare and contrast where you are, where you had irregular opportunities, and now you have got big opportunities. So allow me to start from that side, and then we will pick up the conversation with His Excellency. Kindly introduce yourself.
My name is Margaret Mwende from Kitui. Let me start again, Your Excellency. My name is Margaret Mwende from Kitui. I was doing ESP markets and it's already completed. Thank you, sir.
My name is Amina Abdunur Ali. I'm a contractor. I completed Kangeta Market and Adiru Market. Right now I'm doing Gipumene and Kina Market. Although Kina Market we have some challenges here and there because of the land. We don't have up to now the land to build the market. I got an award for civil work also for Mandera, Marsabit, Embu, Tharaka-Nithi, and Isiolo County. Thank you.
Your Excellency, my name is Imelda Mutuko, and I'm a contractor. Currently finished Bumala Market, starting Bale Market, all in Western. I would like to, first of all, thank you so much for the opportunities that we've gotten as women. This was not possible before, but now we are getting a lot of support and we are being believed in to do this work. And we would just like to say that, first of all, that's a good thing. Beyond this, I would like to say that I am very pleased because when you came to Bumala, your word was, you people support this young lady, she's here to work, and I got a lot of support. And I'm hoping to get more support as we go forward. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Your Excellency, my name is Jennifer Musimi, formerly the president of IQSK, very instrumental in creating this program. We sat with you and negotiated well, and we did a very good job, a good thing to provide job opportunities and an opportunity for the professionals in a built environment to trade with the government after a very long time. And they can attest that they've handled projects of values they've never handled since inception, to the 10 billions, and it's going on. We are employing now interns and many assistants in our farms in a way that even when I left, since I left university and started my farm, we could never have done. It's a very transformative thing we did. It's very enlightening. It's growing everyone. And I want to thank you for supporting us. Thank you.
Okay.
Kwa majina ni Winnie Mudheu. Mimi ni contractor na ni contractor ambaye anakuanga site. Mimi si boss. Nakuanga site nikifanya kazi na watu wangu wote. Nimekuwa Homa Bay, nika hand over to His Excellency the President. That is Homa Bay Fish Market. I am now doing South B, and most probably, Your Excellency, you are welcome to pick the keys by March. And I am also in Kapsabet. And I can say that sisi tunafanya kazi na tunapata pesa. Naona vile tumeng'ara. We are being paid well after working so hard. For me, for it to work well, I am doing a 24-hour economy. Sisi huwa hatulali kwa site zangu. That's why we can work within, if we are given 2 years, we do it in half the timing. So I encourage my fellow contractors, let us practice this 24-hour economy so that we may win our president a 2-term without negotiation. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Your Excellency, my name is Lillian Ogombo. I'm an engineer by profession. I'm a civil and structural engineer and also a contractor. We've just finished 3 markets, and we were very honored that we visited one of our markets. We did not disappoint. Oria in Migori. Yes, in Uriri. Yes, so we're just about to give the markets. We are on our last one in Migori and about to start affordable housing project, also in Migori County, Kododa. And I think this opportunity, first and foremost, I mean, as a woman, as a Kenyan, has really encouraged us. We've been able to expand our portfolio. We are now looking at even taking on more challenging projects. And I'm glad that we are starting on the affordable housing. We also have the student hostel in Homa Bay, KMTC, that we are yet to start. So we've really believed in ourselves, and for the first time, actually, I was looking at the opportunities across the region. I mean, that's how much you've really transformed who we are. And giving the State Department for Housing their flowers, I think they've really, really supported us financially, because sometimes when you're taking on government projects, people are like, are you going to be paid? I think this is one program that you don't even follow up your payments. You call for inspection, they show up, you raise your certificates, and you really don't have to queue in any office. The next thing you see that, you know, the bank is sending you a swift message that you've been paid. And so we give them their flowers, and we appreciate. Thank you.
Yeah, my name is Anne Cherop, and I am a contractor. I am pleased and very proud to be part of this affordable housing construction. I have a site in Nairobi, and Kasarani, Kamiti, and Kidiwa, Phase 3. Well, it was very difficult to believe in myself that I am able to deliver these projects, but with the support that we get from Bwana PS, it is amazing. We get paid. We even hold seminars that encourage us to soldier on, and we are delivering on our projects. In committee, we are on time, Kasarani and Kidiwa, and we are very, very proud as women to participate in this space.
Your Excellency, maybe I invite you now and just have a conversation with this wonderful...
Thank you very much, PS. I'm really proud that I'm sitting in the midst of women contractors, you know. And I have been to the sites they have mentioned. I have been to Kangeta. I have been to Bumala. And congratulations for doing a great job in Bumala. I don't know, did the traders move in? Not yet? Oh, for commissioning. I'll find my way there, or I'll send fireman here to come and do the... Yeah? So, looking at these great ladies, and you have had them, they have 2, 3 sites. Some of the sites they have finished. They have moved on from doing a market. They've now moved on to affordable housing. Let me ask Anne. You've talked about Kidiwa. Kidiwa is in my hometown. Are you doing the market or the affordable housing?
I'm doing affordable housing.
Is it phase 1? I know there is phase 1 and phase 2.
Phase 3.
Phase 3.
2.
Phase 2.
Yes.
You're doing the phase 2. How many units are you doing in the phase 2? I know phase 1 was like 200, was it? Yes. Phase 2?
Phase 2 is 1,800.
1,800. I mean, Anne, you're that serious? Huh? What is the size of the project in terms of quantum? What is the contract value? 5.3 million shillings, or
5.3 billion.
Billion. Wow. How far are you now in terms of percentage of construction? Are you on time?
We got challenges at first because when we got into the site, the drawings changed from 18 to 9 plus 15 floors.
Oh yeah. It was actually my decision because yes. The original design was for 9 floors.
Yeah.
But when we assessed the place, we said we could go to 15 floors.
15 floors, yeah.
So you had to readjust
Yeah.
the contract.
So that is what delayed us.
Yes.
Delayed us, and then we have finished the rafting.
Yes.
Now we are beginning.
You are beginning to do the job. And when I'm in Eldoret the next time, I'll pass by and see.
You're most
Okay?
welcome. Yeah.
So thank you very much. So how is the transition? Lillian? Yes, how is the transition? You've told me you did the market in Oria,
Yes, we did the market in Oria.
and then you're now moving to the affordable housing.
Affordable housing.
Okay.
Yes, of course, initially, just as I said, when we started on the markets, we wanted to look at how we could deliver that. I think now in the transition, we had a bit of challenges on the site, but we are ready to take up the challenge. Yes, I mean, it's exciting, I must say. Initially very scary, but we are up to the task. We've been able to tag along other women professionals. I work with quite a number of women in engineers, the construction management. So we are a team of women. So as far as delivery is concerned, I don't have any doubt in my mind. Just had a few issues with the community, which has already been sorted out. So we are hitting the ground. Yeah, thank you.
Let me ask you again, Mutuku? Who is Mutuku? Mudeu. Sorry, Mudeu. Mudeu, I know you have some contracts in Nairobi?
Yeah, I am in South B.
You are in South B?
Yes.
Okay. There is actually the MCA for South B, Waidera,
Yes.
was telling me how she is very happy with what she is seeing that's going on in South B. And South B is not an ESP market. It's a big market. What is the contract value for South B?
It's 332 million shillings.
How many people do you have working on the site?
We have, like when we are doing a concrete casting, we have 452 people, and we actually have like 12 machines. That is the mixers, the hoist, and all that. I don't use the ready mix because I'll only have that car that brings the mix, and there is no workforce. So I use those people to create employment, to come and cast. So generally, in a busy day, I have 452 workers. And on a normal day, at night, I can have around 70 people. And by daytime, I have around 80 to 100, depending on the activities at the site. Yeah.
And different stages
Yeah.
of the construction.
What?
Different. I'm saying different stages of construction.
Yeah,
you have
different
different number of people.
Of course, yeah.
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 Okay. Let me ask you, how are you working with the banks? What is the experience you have with your bankers?
My bank, yeah, I bank with the National Bank, and I have been given msikuje kuniua that an overdraft of that 5 million that I can work without minding another thing. But I am paid on time. It's only when I have some hinges in finances, but they give me an overdraft because they know, they are sure that I'll get money. Yes.
Before affordable housing, before this program, were you a contractor?
What? I have a long story, Your Excellency. Yeah, I started as a cashier at site when I finished my O-level in 09. And it's a long story. Okay. And now
So we leave it for another day. The long story.
Yeah, I can touch some small details.
Okay.
Yeah, I started as a casual laborer. Wakati wanawake walikuwa wanaambiwa kazi ya mjengo si yao, but because I come from a humble background, I had to start there where I saw an opportunity. From there, the boss of that company saw my efforts, and she promoted me to start paying and looking for those who are not working, so hand to deliver. That was in 09. I started in West Pokot. And from there, I have grown. I have been, I've bought shares from the company. Now I'm a shareholder and actually a director for the company, and I'm semi-literate in terms of construction because I have not gone to any class of engineering, but I've learned through skills, and that's why I'm always in sight. I know everything from electrical, plumbing, masonry, roofing, structure, design, nini kila kitu.
So you say it's a long story. Yeah. Indeed, I think it is a long story. But now you are a shareholder in the company.
I'm here seated with the president because I'm a shareholder.
Great. So thank you very much. I think when we talk about bottom-up, I think Mudeu here represents what bottom-up is. It's a living testimony, according to her. Really, somebody who was working in a construction site, today owning a construction company. That is what it takes. It takes resilience, it takes believing in yourself, it takes working hard. And that is why I said in my presentation here earlier, dreaming is free, the hustle is not. You have to wake up, you have to do what Mudeu has done. That's why she's sitting here today. Tumpigie makofi Mudeu, jamani. The great lady Jennifer, sitting next to me here, Jennifer. You remember those days?
I remember those days very well. Yes.
Long hours, many days.
A lot of negotiations.
And a lot of negotiation with a big team. When you look back today, you know, you remember when we were talking on that table, it was far-fetched, you know? It was the usual government thing, or, you know, and you guys were saying, or, you know, are these people really going to pay? Are they going to do this? Can you tell this audience, then and now, what do you have to say?
I'm amazed by the grace of God, the far we've come from my boardroom sitting, discussing. Actually, it started in Naivasha. Can we do this? What's the right rate? 35,000 per square meter. Oh, that can afford. And I walked from that podium and I told the VS, we are going to do this. Let's go and crunch the numbers. And convincing everyone that we can do this is going to be an easy task for the professionals. When it's going to be standardized, we're going to automate most of these things. So when we negotiate on the rate, don't worry, you will not sleep hungry. To just look around and see this group of interns is a product of that negotiation. It's phenomenal. Your Excellency, if that dream was killed, half, or actually all the professionals who are doing these projects will be back in their mashambas for me. They wouldn't be busy. This program has afforded or provided opportunities for farms to be busy, for farms to renovate, to reinvent themselves, to equip their offices in such a way that they can supervise projects, because we have been assigned projects all over the country, as opposed to a while back where you just limit yourself to Nairobi because you don't want to go to the very hardship areas. So, phenomenal is what I can say. Thank you.
So today you're telling us, the country, that people who are confined to Nairobi because they could just find a project in Nairobi because of, you know, that's where most of the people who have the means to do big projects live. Today you have projects in every part of Kenya.
We have projects in every part of the Kenya.
And today you are forced to go and supervise those projects in those very remote areas, and you have a feel of the country.
Absolutely.
Now, you know, many people ask me, and sometimes people do not believe that what we are saying in terms of what it will cost a house, because the price of a house has come from 11 million shillings to 3 million. Among the issues that we have cut down for us to make it that affordable, number one, you remember, it was the cost of land.
Absolutely.
Right? Mm-hmm. Number two, we've taken out the cost of land.
Yeah.
Number two is professional
fees, yes.
We've taken it down from 15% to 2%.
Absolutely.
And it was a product of negotiation because we told you the fees may have come down, but the scale has increased.
Absolutely.
You know? So you can balance the coming down of the scale with the expanded scale, with the coming down of the rate with the expanded scale. Is that right?
Very much so.
You remember we also had a big discussion on the cost.
Yeah.
For a very long time, people thought it was not possible to construct at the rate of...
Now 40,000.
Yeah. Now 40,000. It was 55, 60, 70 going that way. And sometimes many people are wondering, how have we dealt with corruption? Because people thought this was going to be a corrupt scheme. We have dealt with corruption by negotiating ahead of time. Today, if you are going into that space as a professional, you cannot tell us you are charging 15%.
No, you can't.
The rate is fixed.
Yeah.
We cannot tell us that you are going to construct at 70 shillings, 70,000 a square meter. The rate is fixed. We have fixed the rate at 42, was it? 40?
For the struct.
So we have two types. We have what is called the contractor model.
Yes.
It is 40,000. Then we have contractor plus finance. It is 42,000 because they do invest a little bit. And because of fixing the ceiling, and we disclose it, so it's no longer a secret, because in the past you have to look for what is called engineer's estimate. And those who have engineer's estimate, obviously they have an advantage. So we publish our budget, we publish our rate, and what we have seen is that people are competing. So if you come at 42, you know you're going to be the most expensive. So the prices are actually, the one at 42, it's at 40, and the one at 40, it is down to 37 and 38.
So just for the satisfaction of the people of Kenya, and Jennifer sitting here, we did something deliberate to protect the resources of the people of Kenya. Ordinarily, there would be corruption with engineers' estimate. This engineers' estimate is a moving target, or has been a moving target. So what we decided is we are going to have, we costed everything. We agreed that if you want to come and work with us, the rate we are going to pay is 42,000 per square meter. If you cannot do 42,000 per square meter, thank you very much. Go find some other job. Right? And we have found that it is doable. And that is why we have complete projects that are going on, whether in the market space, whether in all the other spaces. And therefore, I want to assure the people of Kenya that we were intentional. When I said, I remember making a statement that there will be no money to be stolen. I meant it. Today, there is no money to be stolen in affordable housing because the rates are fixed. Yes, there is no negotiation actually. There is nothing to negotiate. You either meet the rates or you take a walk. And the margins are very tight. The reason why, I must say this, the reason why we don't have these fancy contractors in affordable housing is because the margin is very slim. You know, there are people who are used with, you know, margins and margins and margins and fat and fat. There is no fat. There is just a reasonable margin for people who want to do business. Those who want to steal from government, they have to look for other places. It is not going to happen in affordable housing. And I want to thank professionals. You people have really gone out of your way and you have helped us.
Thank you.
Amina. I know it's, what challenge do you have as a lady in this space? Have you experienced any challenges when people discover that you are a woman and you are the boss and you are in charge, or it's been okay?
The challenges is there, being a woman in this field, and I'm not I'm not an engineer. I did accounts, so being an accountant and then going to construction field, it was not easy. But with all the challenges, I got strong, confidence, and do a good work, a quality job. Yeah.
So you have overcome the prejudices.
Yeah.
You have overcome the challenges.
Yes.
And slowly people are beginning to believe in you as the person in charge.
Yeah.
And the owner of the business.
Exactly.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So I'm happy that you're doing the markets. What is your plan? What's your plan going forward? Have you built enough capacity for you to transition to the next level?
Exactly. I'm not only doing the market, I'm also doing civil work, like harbors and the roads. I also work in other departments like KDF. When KDF Day in Eldoret, you were there. I did all those works. Yeah.
All that beautiful work at
yes, I did it. The roads, the building, the reception for dyers.
You did?
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank
Let
you.
me hear your story, Margaret. Tell me about yourself. How did you come into this space?
I did business management, and now since I have that knowledge of business, when I started now this business of construction, it was a bit easier for me because I had the knowledge. Also, as a woman, when I started this business, sometimes they look, the men now, they say, "Aye, how can a lady get such a big contract?" Those questions. But I normally tell them what men can do, ladies can do better than them. I'm also doing business in other ministries, not only this one of housing, and I'm doing well in business. Currently, after I finished the Kamwongo and the Kakong market, I'm now doing Syokimau and the Katangi ESP market. So thank you, Your Excellency. You have made it, you have uplifted us women. You have placed us somewhere with this program. And I also want to add this, Your Excellency. I've been in business for over 20 years, but it is during your tenure where now I can handle a business of 100 million. Thank you, Your Excellency.
Did you say Kamwongo?
Yeah.
The market I came to?
Yes. When you are doing your tour in Ukambani,
yes.
The market in Kamwongo.
Yes, I remember.
Yeah, I was.
Kamwongo is complete, right?
It's complete. We have already handed over.
Yes.
Only the civil works.
Oh yeah, there was some capro outside there.
Yeah. That's only what is remaining.
Yes.
And electricity.
And electricity.
But it is complete for
occupants. I went to the market built by this lady in a place called Kamwongo in Mwingi. And she has done a wonderful job. Honestly, she has done a wonderful job. Congratulations, Margaret.
Thank you, Excellency.
You have done a great job. Let me ask you, what's the difference, between the contracts you have now, the challenge before? What was the many people tell me before, people had difficulties engaging government because you'd get a contract, you do the job, and then it stalls because there is no money. Is that the case, that it was different then and today?
Before it was very difficult when you see the exchequer, whatever. But with this housing levy, Once we do our invoice, in 2 weeks' time, we have our money. And it makes us easy for us to continue with the project.
Now, let me ask you a final question, Jennifer. I know you live in Kenya. There are politicians who are saying they want to scrap housing. They want to do away with all this, that it is the wrong thing for Kenya to do. What do you have to say?
That they have no business meddling. It's truly unfounded, because maybe we need to invite them, we target them, to hold their hands and take them to these projects, because they're saying that they haven't seen these skyscrapers all over. You go to Thika, I'm doing Thika Bustani, you see it's already finished, all the blocks we are doing finishes. You go down to Sagana, it's starting. You go, projects are here, they're real, people are getting employed. And to the lowest of workers in the construction industry, the casuals, the watu wa mkonas, know that they'll become the rarest commodity in this country because they're all employed. Actually, there's a crisis, Mr. President. We need to find a way of uplifting that technical training sort of thing, because in the next year or so, we won't have anyone to do these projects. Yeah, so those politicians, they need prayers.
Okay. So, you know, sometimes I ask myself whether those people live in Kenya. Because you see the number of professional firms here. You see the number of construction companies. You see the number of people working. You're telling me shortly there will be a crisis of people to work, plumbers, electricians, people to work in the construction industry. In fact, it is the reason why we have asked the Ministry of Education to expand the space in Tibet, because we need more and more of those people. Have you experienced, Lillian, have you experienced around the jobs, professionals, the people who you want to work in your construction fund? Have you experienced whether there are any challenges?
Yeah, in terms of the supply of labor, yes. Actually, I want to agree with her. And it's important that that's an area that I'm almost saying we, but yes, your administration needs to focus on, Your Excellency, because the force at that level. Yeah.
Okay, so I will just point to you that apart from what we are doing in the Tibet, under the Nyota program, we are getting between 20 and 40,000 people who have worked in construction sites but have no certification. We are going to certify them. We are going to pay for their examination. We are going to pay for their certification so that they can become available to you. We have another program under Nyota again. We are looking for between 90,000 and 150,000 young people, possibly maybe working as watu wa mkono at the moment in your sites. We want to support them because maybe some of them don't have any skill. Yeah, they don't have any skill. So we want to skill them. And under the Nyota program, that those 90,000, between 90,000 and 150,000 young people, we are providing resources for them to be put under master crafts people, possibly in your sites. We're going to pay the master crafts people to train them. We're going to pay them a small stipend for them to attend those courses in those sites. And at the end of 6 years, we're going to examine them, we're going to certify them so that they again become available as a workforce for you people in the construction space. So we are not only using the formal channels in our education system, we are also using other interventions, especially you've seen me go to different places under the Nyota program. It's part of raising the people with skills to be able to be supportive to your program. Yeah? Okay, finally, my sister Mutuku. And thank you very much for doing what you're doing, by the way.
Thank you
I am
very
very
much.
proud. I am
Thank
really,
you.
really very proud.
Thank you.
When I see women, go out of their way with confidence, run a business, and I'm very happy that the people in Bumala gave you support.
They did. They actually did. And through the challenges, we managed to finish within 9 months.
Yes.
Yeah. A contract that was supposed to run for 1.5 years.
You did it in 9 months.
Yes.
A round of applause for her. I saw it when I visited your space.
Yes.
Mutuku, what do you want me to do better? I mean, from where you sit, of course, there are those who are saying this program should be stopped. Jennifer has said here they need prayers, and some people will pray for them. But what do you want us? What do you want me to do? Additionally, what do you think? How do we scale this? How do we do it better from your experience?
I think you've actually just addressed one of the best ways I think we can get better. We are lacking in the space of, professionals, people that we think can work with us on site, to just enable these works to be done and to be done well. We get a lot of casual labor, but when it comes to some of these fields, especially mechanical fields, electrical fields, you find that there's a lot of gaps there. And importing does not work. Very well, especially for some of us who work outside Nairobi. So that has just been a challenge, and I've heard that you're addressing that, so we will be very, very happy to get that. Yeah.
I hope young people are listening across the country, that there are real opportunities in the construction space for some of the construction professionals, whether they're electricians or carpenters or mechanical people or people in the electrical space. And we are opening up our TVETs for more spaces. We have, in the last 3 years, moved spaces from about 320,000 to 700,000 spaces now in our TVETs. Through these parallel, what we are calling the policy we rolled out on recognition of prior learning, and we are doing it here in most of our construction sites.
We do have, at the moment, we have already graduated over 1,000 of them, issued them with certification with both NITA and also with NCA, so they can become contractors, and also they can become consultants.
Finally, let me ask Margaret. In our midst here, we have interns. Some of the people who come to your site, maybe they've just graduated from a TVET or a vocational training center as an electrician or as a plumber, or as an engineer. Sometimes when you get fresh graduates, do you experience a challenge of them not having as much experience, and that maybe they have good papers, but it doesn't translate to real expertise in the
because they know the contract may go for 9 months, some 6 months. Then now they don't know whether they will be attached to another contract or not. So, okay, the ones I've been with, they are very disciplined and they are willing to learn.
Very good. Yes.
Okay, for interns, especially that I've come across, sorry to say they are Gen Zs. And sana sana wanapenda simu. Wako kwa tap the screen. Wakiwa site. So I will encourage them to stop assuming that life can be easy, and to take their time and learn what we are doing outside.
Okay, there are some real life lessons there. What do you have there? Have you experienced, you have interns here. What are you going to tell these interns today as people who run live, real construction sites as they come to join you?
Thank you, Your Excellency. I think first and foremost, as a senior in the industry, I'm an engineer and I always feel very obligated to talk to young people. They are very lucky to have this program because this has not been the case really in the past years. So they need to consider themselves very lucky. And I've interacted with quite a number of young people when they come to site. Some of them definitely, and I mean as expected, that's why they're learning, to marry the theory and the practical. And I think what I would encourage them that, you have an opportunity to, for the first time, especially let me talk to the structural engineers, you're able to see a real steel outside a drawing that is being implemented. Please embrace the opportunity. And again, these are your employers. The consultants are your employers. The contractors are your employers. So as you work, you need to put your A game. Because, when this is said and done, you'll still need to continue working. And who knows, you'll probably just being interviewed. It's just that it's a longer interview over the months. So I would encourage them to do their very best. It's okay not to know. That's what I tell young people. It's okay to ask. We all started from somewhere. So it is okay not to know. It is okay to ask. And that's why you're learning. And you're so lucky that you're being paid to learn. I think that is the take home, that you're being paid to learn. Thank you.
Okay. She's basically framing it that this is an opportunity that doesn't come always. She's been through it. She didn't have the opportunity you have. She's site today, you are an intern. Tomorrow, if you do a good job, the owner of the site could hire you now on a permanent basis. It could also mean the consulting firm you are attached to, if you do a good job, they too can consider you for employment if you put your best foot forward. So, the ball is in your court. It's for you. to decide what you do with this moment. And Mudeu here said, avoid unnecessary distraction. You know, there are many, once you are in the site, kuna mtu atakuita, bazenga, bazoo. Nimejulishwa juzi ati kuna sema ingine ya wakudumu. So please, first things first. You have an opportunity to learn. You have been told it's okay not to know. For the first time, you are going to see real steel, not in a drawing. And therefore, it's your moment to marry the theory and the practical. And that is the moment you become a true professional. Either a true structural engineer, a true mechanical engineer, a real electrical engineer. This is your moment. And the good news is that we are going to support you to learn. Many people go for interview, but this is an interview where you are paid a stipend. So, mujipange. Sawa. The moment is yours. So, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. A round of applause for our panel. Thank you so much. That was a wonderful conversation. And now we are going to up the gears a little bit. We're going to have the second panel. And we have a last one. So the president said he's not in a hurry. As the current panel prepares to leave, I'll ask the next panel of Anthony Mwangi, our Chris Abuga, David Kioko, Arthur Mwangi Mugo, Javier. Then I will ask Miriam from Association of Manufacturers, and I'm going to ask Stanley, the chairman of Kibera, Soweto, to come and join the panel. Right. All right, Your Excellency, this is a general panel, and we have manufacturers with us here. And for context, Your Excellency, you've seen World Bank report in November that showed that the Kenyan economy is on the rise. And right there it said, it's because you had a deliberate plan through construction. You saw another report in December that showed that cement production in Kenya is the highest ever in the history of this nation. And so is steel. Now, we have got the people who are the manufacturers themselves in this panel. And then we also have a team that is going to talk to us about the new opportunities that are coming from leveraging large economies of scale. And this is in what we are calling the MEPs, the mechanical, the electrical, and the plumbing. For the first time, we're going to manufacture lifts here in Kenya, and they will tell us how we are going to do that. And we also have male contractors. We've heard from a few female contractors. And we have one of the best male contractors, two of the best male contractors, who are also going to have this conversation. And lastly, we are going to have a young man who is at our site in Soweto, and is going to represent the real hustler, the person that you really targeted. He comes from Soweto, Kibera. He is working on that site, and also he is a beneficiary of the house. So we are going to ask all of you to quickly introduce yourself. I'm going to fade away, and then the chief interviewer is going to take over. Let's start from there.
Okay, thank you, Your Excellency. My name is Arthur Mugo. I'm an architect. I'm one of the lead consultants in the affordable housing program. Our firm is Precise Architect, is part of the 35 consortium the PS talked about. and we've been involved in design and supervision of all variety of affordable housing projects across the country. And our experience has been very nullifying, challenging, and also it has expanded our brain capacity and how we are able to synchronize work and also be able to ensure that we deliver on time, and it has really improved efficiency on how we are a good case of when you say that this is really going to build local farms. I think we are a very good example of what has happened among the consulting groups. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Your Excellency. My name is David Kioko. I'm here to represent manufacturers. I'm domiciled at Tononoka Group. We are one of the leading steel manufacturers in the country with the largest capacity compared actually to most plants in East Africa. We tapped into this program actually the first day you did the groundbreaking at Kibera. I think you are so fresh in office when everyone else was not believing in your dream. And I'm happy to say today that the numbers we can see, we took a risk that is now rewarding. And I'm happy to be here, and I'm ready for the discussion. Thank you.
Thank you very much. What's your name again, did you say?
David Kioko from Tononoka Group.
Good morning, Your Excellency. My name is Miriam Bomet. I'm the head of policy and regulatory at the Kenya Association of Manufacturers. I coordinate the manufacturing sectors in Kenya. There are about 13 sectors, from pharmaceuticals, steel, and one of the stories that really hasn't come out here is the impact on manufacturing sector. Your Excellency, we have about 9 different sectors who are actually beneficiaries and contribute to the build sector, the housing agenda. We range from steel, as you've heard, cement sector, you have electricals, you have the plastic sector, you have ceramics, and Your Excellency, the leaders and the representatives are actually here today representing the industry here. So Your Excellency, the impact of the manufacturing sector is actually one of the areas that we'll need to watch, because manufacturing continues to be the highest formal wage employer in the country, and the continued sourcing by contractors of local materials here in Kenya, we are able to see this rise of employment and even get to the 1 million jobs we need to attain by 2030. So the story of the manufacturing sector will also be part of the housing agenda. And of course, we want to appreciate the State Department of Housing, who've continued to make sure that manufacturers are coming to the table to come and discuss what capacities they have to be able to supply the market, and also tell the contractors that we have local materials, please make sure that you also source from the industry. So we thank you so much for this opportunity. Government's projects continue to provide market access to industries here in Kenya. So this is actually quite good. And congratulations to the interns who are here. Maybe a word for them is that the industry actually needs skilled workers. Majority of the employees who are there are actually skilled workers, not the real professionals and the skills that you see. They go for the real people who have skills. So this is actually an opportunity for them to get experience and to see whether they will be able to tap in. Being a woman again, it was so impressive listening to the women who are here. And congratulations to them, and of course congratulations to this program for putting them also on the forefront to show that women are able to also enter into these fields. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Your Excellency. My name is Harveer Singh Sethi from Landmark Holdings. We are building contractors and main contractors on a number of the affordable housing projects across Nairobi. Through this program, and because of its sheer scale and volume, we've had the opportunity to invest in aluminium formwork. We met a couple of months ago at Konza when the formwork was arriving. I can happily say now we are using the formwork. We are able to reduce slab cycle times from 21 days to 7 days using this formwork. Within just the first 6 weeks of using the formwork, we have managed to upscale casual laborers to aluminium technicians, formwork technicians. I will work with State Department to come up with a new trade of workers called aluminium formwork technicians. We'll work together to find a way to certify them. So our aim through this program is to build scale, is to upskill our labor force, to encourage these interns to get involved with new technologies, see what the Asian tigers have been doing, how they have done it successfully. This, like you said, is tried and tested. We're not reinventing the wheel. We are just moving with the times. We want to thank you, Your Excellency, for this amazing opportunity. Without your vision, this would not be possible. And tuko pamoja. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much. Abian?
Seti.
Set.
Hello. Good morning, Your Excellency. I think it's about 12 o'clock. My name's Engineer Anthony Mwangi, and we have met a couple of times. I'm the MD for Dalab Construction. I have about 10 projects that I'm doing. I have one in Karatina where you came the other day and you did the groundbreaking. I have another one at Thika, Kabati, Kiabu, where I would I'd ask you to visit us one of these days. I'm also doing institutional housing, 3 universities, cooperative, multimedia, and Kenya School of TVET. And I have a couple ESP markets that I've taken over from some of our fellow colleagues, contractors who got stuck on the way. We are helping them also, the smaller sized contractors. I'm a civil engineer by profession. I studied in USA and I came to Kenya. I worked there for 20 years. And I came and I went to roads construction, Kenya National Highway. I've done a whole lot. I was recently maintaining Thika Superhighway. But when this program came, Your Excellency, it's a huge opportunity. Some of these things I used to see happening in the United States, I never thought they're going to happen here at home. And I can tell you, I am very proud of you because of the boldness and the courage. Sometimes when I listen to you telling people this is the way to go, and I know you're the visionary, but I just wish they could see how other bigger countries have transited and became what they are because of what you said here, the construction industry. Your Excellency, I have employed about 2,500 workers currently. And the most amazing thing is that being back here in Kenya, I competed with the Chinese, and they were a little bit ahead of me when I came here because, of course, they had the resources. But today, I don't think I would even consider Chinese as a competitor anymore, Your Excellency. You have given me an opportunity, number one, to be bankable. When I go to CDN Bank, when I go to HFC Bank, when I go to KCB, they now come looking for me. I have an account that is receiving almost like 1 billion shillings. And these guys, they want us now. Previously, when we went to look for money to construct, they didn't want to hear anything from us. They told us we are contractors, we are doing government projects, we couldn't get paid, so they didn't want anything to do with us. But today, Your Excellency, the banks, all the industries, they are camping at our doors because of this program. The Mama Boga who feeds people in my construction site, you will come and see her coming there every day, and she's guaranteed for a job for another 2 years in one specific site. So she goes and she comes and tells me she wants me to help her to put together some money so that she can be able to go and buy unga to make chapati. So when I give her money, she tells me, I want to give you the names of those workers. When you're paying them on Saturday, you deduct the money, pay yourself, and then you loan me again. So her money is guaranteed, it won't get lost. But now she has an enterprise. The drivers, Your Excellency, you know, there are things that here we may not articulate. Drivers that we have hired to track the materials from quarries. We have revived dormant quarries, Your Excellency, which didn't have even hope. Those people are back to work every day, crushing aggregates, cutting stones. We can go on and on and on. But this enterprise, what I would say is that it's not for millionaires or billionaires. It is capped, as you said. This is not an enterprise where contractors will be the richest. No. But it's an enterprise that is going to give us a lot of equity. We are bankable. We have resources. Now I have almost like 10 batching plants. And I heard a lady here say that she has employed watu wa mkono wa kukoroga instead of using the modern technology. And that is great. But also there is another kind of us whose slabs cannot be concreted by the 12. I tried. They went for 6 days. And some of them I actually had to look for medicine to be able to resuscitate them. So we had to look for batching plants which can handle 1,200 cubic of concrete. And now we own equipments that can do or perform the modern technology. That was unforeseen. In Kenya, we never thought we could have those things. And we need to clap for you for enabling us to do that. Thank you, Your Excellency.
Thank you very much, Anthony. Have I visited any of your sites?
Yes, you came to Karatina the other day. We had a very good time. AHP Karatina.
Oh, yeah. The market.
No. AHP.
The affordable housing.
The affordable housing.
Oh, yeah. The one that we were there the other weekend.
Yes.
Very good.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Asante sana Bwana Mwangi.
Thank you.
And thank you very much for speaking to me on behalf of many people. You know, and we are going to go into this conversation shortly. Yes, my friend.
Afternoon, Your Excellency. I'm Chris Abuga, MEP, engineer, electrical engineer by profession. I run a firm by the name of Links Consulting Engineers. I lack words because when we started the program, we focused on what we knew, and PS had a dream, which I know he came and consulted with you. That's why he was talking about manufacturing. We've just recently gone to tender for the MEP equipment for all the sites, all the 250 sites plus we focus for the next 5 years. Whatever we are doing was not imaginable when we were sitting in the first table when we were discussing. But with time, it has become a reality to us. I know with time, the effect will be seen because we've seen the response from the public. What I'm talking about is lifts, LV boards, water treatment plants, sanitary ware. So one thing, as my experience, which was given by affordable housing, there is something that has happened that I know all the consultants around here will talk about, majorly the MEP engineers. There's a collaboration among the 35 firms, and that's not I'm not talking about the full consortium, I'm just talking about the MEP engineers. For like what we are doing right now, we're doing the electrical part, Gamma Delta are doing the mechanical part of the tendering and the documentation. So we've been moved from that competition, fighting for survival, to now becoming actual professionals and thinking beyond the norm. Because I sit with Engineer Gisheru and we think through. You don't think he's from Links, he's from Gamma Delta. And then we submit it to the rest of the engineers and it's peer reviewed, it's critiqued, and we don't take offense if we are told something is missing. So we have had a whole 7 months of back and forth of coming up with there are 17 documents. So it's so transformative that sometimes you sit down and think about it, and we never thought we could do anything to this scale in terms of MEP engineering. So what I'm talking about is we are envisioning we've gone to tender for manufacturers. We are not doing suppliers. We have gone to tender for manufacturers of the MEP components. The incentives that are being given, which I know PS will speak to, we've leveraged on the economies of scale. An example is lift. In the next 5 years, we anticipate 58,000 200 lifts. We've been doing an annual lift of 700 across the country. Right now, we have upwards of 3,500 lifts demand. So the market is there, the pipeline is there, the encouragement is there. I was surprised. Some people told us when we capped the price, actually, as we speak, we're inspiring manufacturing, but we've capped the price. It's not open. We've worked from first principle, like the lift, and that's why I'm saying now we think professionally. We've actually always used to send an email to China. They send back a quote for lifts. Right now, we send an email, we ask for the components. We start from the rope to the car to the sheet itself that is making the car. So that we take all this pricing, come up together, put a markup that makes sense, and that's how the prices are capped. So that I can't come and say 800 kg lift is whatever price I want, and I'm alluding to the engineering estimate. Now the engineering estimate has a basis. It's not just an engineering estimate. So actually, it's a transformative experience, and I thank you, Your Excellency, for your dream. We are making the dream come. You said something here. Watch this space, and I'm sure in the next 2 years, when the factories are starting, everybody will become a believer like me. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chris.
Ujambo, Your Excellency. Kwa majina ni Stanley Mutiso Njoroge. Mimi ni chairman wa Soweto East Settlement Executive Committee, na bado mimi ni representative wa Juakali National Umbrella Body ambayo iko chaired na Peter Mwema. Your Excellency, nikiongelea kwanza Juakali kwa area zenye zimekava, imefungua gap kubwa sana kwa economy, kwa sababu ukiangalia mali Juakali iko imecreate a lot of employment kwa wale majuakali wenzetu wenye walikuwa waezi pata tenda kwa serikali. But through hii program affordable housing, unapata kuna wale juakali walikuwa chini kwa ground, wameunganishwa, wameform association, wameregister na MSEA, and then tuwezi sema pia ati ni juakali peke yake walijishikilia. Ni juakali pia walishikiliwa kupitia bwana PS ambaye aliona ni vizuri sana hii mradi kama inafanywa area yenyu. Wacha wale juakali wako kwa hiyo area wakuwe ni first hand beneficiaries, ndio pia wapate pato na iwasaidie. So Your Excellency, kwa juakali sector naweza kuambia create more employment across the country. Pia unaona juakali wako more than 7,000 wenye Your Excellency, hata ningeomba one day ukuwe na session nao ndio ujue kweli juakali wamesaidika na wamesaidia familia zao, na through hiyo channel ya juakali imeongeza watu wengi mpaka wa mkono, kwa sababu huwezi sema juakali peke yake watajifanyia kazi. Utapata wako professional hapo wanafanya kazi, but wameemploy another watu wa mkono wasaidie kazi. So ina juakali sector create more employment kwa community na hata kwa the larger area. Ukiangalia through that, the money supply, yani imezunguka hapo, pesa ina circulate. Si ile wakati yenye ulikuwa unakaa hapo kupata pesa ni ngumu, but wakati yenye pesa ina circulate area, economy na grow. Ule mama mboga kwa hapo atapromotiwa na hao, ule mama mpesa hapo atapata deposits kutoka kwa site hapo na apate mali yake hapo. Wale wenye wamejiwekea vioski zao watajisaidia nao wakati pesa ina circulate kwa area. Lakini wakikosa kazi ndio unapata kulikuwa na crime rates zilikuwa mingi, kwa sababu hakuna kazi. Vijana wamekaa idle, na an idle mind is a devil workshop. But ukiangalia kwa sai wako busy, wameshikanishwa mahali. Tukiendelea kwa hii, nikiongelea hii session nyingine ya settlement, Your Excellency, mimi ni chairman ambaye nimesimamia Soweto East area. Na Soweto East area, Your Excellency, nikitaka kubrief na kuangana nini zones 4. Kuna zone A, zone B, zone C na zone D. Zone A, Your Excellency, naweza kuambia kuna nyumba zenye tayari watu wanaishi ndani zenye ni 822 units. Hizo tunashukuru Mungu, watu wanaona mazao yao. Then Your Excellency, kuna zone B yenye saa hii inaendelea kumalizwa, na tuna hope itakimbizwa kwa muda inafaa na tuwork on a timeline, kwa sababu tuko na 4,465 units zenye tunatarajia hii mwaka, na tutaziand over hii mwaka kulingana na ile plan yenye wako nayo na timelines. Pia Your Excellency, kuna hapa mali zone C na D zenye tulicompile na tukafanya enumeration, tukahesabu watu hapo hivi over 15,000 people wenye wanagojea kurelocatiwa, and then they pave way kwa construction site yenye sasa tunasema hiyo ndio itakuwa kitega uchumi ya Soweto area, kwa sababu hiyo ndio itakuwa the largest construction site Kibera. So in total, Your Excellency, kwa zone yetu tuko na over 20,000 families zenye zina benefit na zenye zitakuja kubenefit kwa hii mradi ya affordable housing project hapo Kibera. Asante sana.
Thank you very much, Stanley. Na kwanza, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Your Excellency.
Sijaonana na mwaka huu.
Aki tumezungukana na wewe mara mingi.
Sasa nieleze, kwa sababu sijafika pale Soweto kwa hivi karibuni. Yeah? Kwanza, I just want to tell these good people, we have very wonderful people in Kenya. Watu ambao wanaishi pale Soweto, tuliongea na wao na tukawaeleza we want to change the houses for you. Na wote wamejiandikisha. We've done phase 1, wameondoka. Phase 2, wameondoka. Phase 3 na 4 ndio tunapanga saa hizi. Bila ya kuvunja nyumba ya mtu, bila ya mambo ya demolition, bila ya kuzumbua wananchi. That is the program that we have. Ndio sababu juzi wakati niliona kuna watu wameenda kubomolea watu pale Mukuru, nikawaambia wale wasimamishe na wawachane na hiyo ujinga. Mambo ya kubomolea mwananchi Kenya iliisha. Mambo ya kutumia nguvu iliisha. We have a way that we can work with Kenyans and make sure that they understand, and we give them alternative settlement as we develop our slum areas. And Stanley and your committees, you have been phenomenal. You have been great. Kwa sababu nyinyi ndio mnafanya na sisi kuongelesha wananchi waelewe na wajue ya kwamba wakiondoka pale, tukikamilisha nyumba, they will be the first beneficiaries. Mimi nataka nikuulize Bwana Mtuku, umetuongelesha mambo ya jua kali. Na nimezungumza na wanajua kali wengi. Zamani walikuwa wanapata kazi leo, kesho hawana, wanapata mjengo dirisha moja, siku hiyo ingine dirisha 2. Mimi nataka nikuulize, leo madirisha, tulikubaliana na Bwana Hinga ya kwamba hinges, madirisha, milango iwe standardized. Na tuhakikishe ya kwamba ni quality ambayo ni ya juu. Wewe unaweza kusema ya kwamba mumefikisha hiyo quality? Do you understand that now jua kali wanatengeneza standardized doors? Kwa sababu zamani tulikuwa tunafanya designer, kila door is different from the other one, every window is different from the other one. You understand that?
Yes. Okay, Your Excellency, uko chini kwetu kuna profession bodies. After jua kali tumetengeneza mlango, kuna wale wanakuja supervisors wanaiangalia, kuna architects wana make sure it is the right door ama windows ama staircase zile balustrade zile za kuonyeshana kuwa zimepitishwa kulingana na ile drawings, zimepitishwa kulingana na ile quality yenye ilikuwa imeandikwa, such that hatutaenda kufanya a short work yenye itahatarisha maisha za watu hapo usoni. So the quality yenye jua kali na deliver ni the best quality yenye iko approved under professional bodies. Yeah.
Nakumbuka the first time I met you. Yeah. Na nilikuambia hii Kibera, tutaibadilisha kutoka slum itakuwa estate.
Yes, in 10 years.
Yeah? Saa hizi umesema the first 800 iko tayari na watu wanaishi. 4,460 something hapo Hinga, when is the estimated time for us to deliver? I saw some painting going on.
Yes, we are the first blocks zenye tulianza finishes by April it is done.
So by April, so tell your committee members, April, May, June, we will be handing over the other 4,000. And I also want to tell you, the other 15,000 housing units, we have already issued the contracts.
Yes, we have already awarded the contracts.
Yes.
And it's now, we just need to agree on the enumeration. As you said, ulio mambo ya kifo ulisema tuache.
Correct.
So we are negotiating, they are tough negotiators.
Yes.
But hatutakosana, and in the next coming weeks, wataondoka vizuri, and then we will start the construction.
Nikuulize Stanley, kwa sababu hata wewe ni mtu ambaye unatafuta nyumba pale. Kabisa. Ni kweli?
Kabisa, Your Excellency.
Unajua kwa mfano utakuwa unalipa pesa ngapi ndio uwe owner ya hiyo nyumba? Do you have an idea?
Yes, I have got an idea. Yeah, unajua sisi kwetu tulikuwa tunajua the 10% yenye tulikuwa nalipa na yenye tunapeana the deposit. Ilikuwa bed sitter tunapeana 60 as a 10%. That means that tunainunua 600. And then tulikuwa na one bedroom yenye tulikuwa tunaipeana na 100, saving a 10% ni 100, which means that in 1 million. And then tulikuwa na hiyo 1.5 yenye tunalipa 150 as a deposit. So hiyo tuko comfortable nayo sisi.
Na kila mwezi rent to own itakuwa kama pesa ngapi?
Unaona Your Excellency, kwetu kulingana na zile venye tulikuwa tumefundishwa na zile mahesabu, tulikuwa tumepewa a challenge na a motivation pia. Tulikuwa tunaambiwa even if tumeambiwa to save 10%, we can surpass the 10% so that tukienda kwa mortgage ama ile rent to own yetu itakuwa chini. So saa hii uko na muscle, uko na nguvu kama kijana, uko na uwezo wa kusave pesa mingi. Juwezi jua hapo mbele family kikuwa kubwa, majukumu itakuzidi. So it's better uweke juu ya hiyo 10% ndio upate, kama huyu atasave exactly 10%, utapata mwisho wa mwezi akilipa 3,000 yake kwa mwisho wa mwezi, mimi ndakuwa nalipa 1,500 depending na ile pesa niliweka.
Sasa pale mbele ile nyumba watu wanaishi hapo Kibera, wanalipa kwa hii nyumba haina choo, haina maji, haina chochote, wanalipa kama pesa ngapi?
Your Excellency, saa hii nyumba huko ni 3,000. Ile ni ile nyumba yenye sasa yani the lowest saa hii unaweza pata Kibera ni saa hii ni 3,000. Na kulingana na saa hii kwanza venye tulirelocate watu zone B, bei ilipanda kwa sababu watu ni wengi, nyumba ni chache. Na unajua watu wa Kibera wetu, Your Excellency, ni watu wa miujiza sana. Wanaona wakajaribu kwenda mbali, ni kama hii nyumba ni kama watakuwa wanaona progress sana. Yes. So walikaribia hapo karibu ndio wakue bado ndio workers on site. Ndio pia wakifanya kwa site hiyo pesa wanapata itawasaidia the daily needs na bado itawasaidia kusave that 10% ya nyumba yao.
Okay.
So that's why wako hapo karibu.
So Stanley, ile nyumba mtu analipa kwa sasa ambayo ni nyumba ya mabati, haina barabara, haina stima, haina choo, haina chochote, ni 3,000. Lakini atatoka hapo aende gorofa ya 14 aishi kwa nyumba yenye iko na maji, iko na stima, iko na bafu, iko na mambo hiyo yote, atakuwa analipa shilingi ngapi?
Hiyo tu 3,000 yetu.
It cannot be more transformative than that. That is what it is. And that is why many people cannot believe what we are telling them. Tukiambia mtu ya kwamba utalipa 3,000 to live in 11th floor of a modern building when they were living for the same 3,000 in a slum, it doesn't look real. But I want to tell you, go to Mukuru today. You will find real people. Almost 5,000 people today, they are living in those houses paying 3,900, what Stanley is saying here today. That is how transformation looks like. That is how you change a country. You can move people from a slum to a modern house if you provide leadership to all these people. The contractors are here, the suppliers are here, the engineers are here. Mumesikia, wacha niende kwa my friend David. David hapa, how has the affordable house or the construction industry, in your opinion, how has it changed your business?
Well, Your Excellency, first I'll take you back to when you came to do groundbreaking at Soweto. You know, at that point, everyone was doubting this project. No one had a belief that this can be actualized. But I remember when I attended the groundbreaking, I listened to you and I saw a man with a mission. And when we sat down as a board, we decided we have to be intentional and we must support this program. And that is how we started supplying Soweto. We have been at the center of that project, and our steel has been consumed there. What happened, Your Excellency, and what people need to understand is everyone had just come out of the COVID hit. So all the businesses were suffering, people were being laid down, government was not doing infrastructure projects, then affordable housing came in. Affordable housing, from where I sit, has been in a space where it has brought back people to employment. We had reduced our workforce. Now our workforce has gone to almost 1,500 on permanent. We have within the supply chain another almost 3,000 people employed. Down chain, we have over 10,000 people who benefit from our factory production all the way to when Anthony is doing his steel. Around so many things. It works around me increasing my capacity from 200 tons a day to 300 tons a day. Me increasing my fleet from 20 to 60. That means I have to employ more drivers. That means I have to employ more ton boy. That means I have to employ more people to load the steel. I have to employ more people to offload the steel. And this goes down and trickles down to creating more business and more capacity. We have also been able to...
Just for numbers, in the last 2 years, or let's say 2.5 years, so what are the numbers? What are the numbers? You've increased your capacity from 2...
We have increased our capacity from, actually, we used to do an average of 6,000 tons a month. Now we have the capacity to do over 20,000 tons.
So from 6,000 to 20,000?
To 20,000, yes.
In terms of employees?
In terms of production.
Yes, no.
In terms of employees, we had reduced during COVID to almost half, but now we have increased by over 1,000 people employed. Okay? And that is directly employed. Now,
so you have another 1,000 people employed in just your company?
Yes.
And it's just one of the many?
Yes, and that is directly.
That's
indirectly, yes. Because we have guys who do supplies, we have casuals who come in for the day labor, we have over 2,000 people.
Now working?
Yes.
Help me, inform some of the people in leadership. One governor was telling his county, we don't want the president to bring housing. We will build our own houses. We want him to bring industries so that we can hire more people.
Your Excellency, what I've learned actually in a span of 2 years is that talk is very cheap until you are on the ground. These people who talk like this are people who have not gone to the site. I've made it deliberate that I have to visit these sites and see what is happening. It's until you go to these sites and you see the number of people who have been employed, you see the number of mamamboga who are selling food, you see the amount of boda riders who are ferrying people to and from the sites. It's when you understand what is really happening. But when I sit at the comfort of my big office in the city of Nairobi, I can talk from an ignorant point of view and say that this is not what we need. But what I can ask them is very simple. Go to the ground. Let them go to the ground. Let them see what is actually happening.
Let me ask you a direct question. Is affordable housing creating jobs in industry?
It is creating quite a big percentage of jobs. I'll tell you right now, direct, personally, 50% of our supply goes to affordable housing. Yes.
And so you are employing people working in industry supplying affordable housing?
Exactly.
Now, there is also another allegation that was made by some of my competitors that for every steel that you supply, William Ruto gets a percentage. Please.
To be honest, I wish that was not the case, because, again, we go back to people just speaking from an ignorant point of understanding. Your Excellency, let me explain to you how the entire ecosystem works. One thing you have said today is, watu lazima wajitume, all right? When this project started, we took it deliberate that we have to go and look for the contractors. You cannot sit and wait for the contractor to come to you. We have no luxury for that. The people who are saying, oh, chuma ni ya Ruto, simiti ni ya Ruto, are people who do not understand how marketing and how convincing works. If I don't go looking for Anthony, he has no time to come looking for me. I have to be the one initiating a conversation and asking Anthony, the project you have in Karatina, between now, the point you got awarded, and the time you get your advance, how can I assist you do some milestones? You see? But this is a conversation that has to be intentional. You have to be on the ground to understand it. So all these people who are saying these things, it's unfortunate, but the devil is a liar. Today they are being shamed.
Thank you very much. So let me ask you one more. Because we want to deal with the monster of corruption. In your business, in your association, and this also goes to Lillian, because for us to succeed, we have to work with integrity. Has any of your members, starting with David here, has any of your members been subjected to harassment that for them to supply affordable housing with their steel or their cement, there must be a percentage, to be given to P.S. Hinga or the minister, or William Ruto has sent somebody that they need a cut for them to supply affordable housing? Do you have any experience, David? Has it come to your company? Do you know any other company that has been subjected to touch? And finally, to Lillian, has any of your members, because we want to work transparently, if any of your members has complained that they have to bribe somebody for them to supply to any contractor in our affordable housing program, please help me. Let them step forward so that we can deal with corruption if it is there.
Your Excellency, that has not happened. Actually, the only harassment we have, especially in the steel industry, is supply timeline. Because the contractors want to deliver on time. So they have to harass you to make sure you deliver steel or be it cement on time. So corruption doesn't exist in this space, and that is one thing we have to give it to you as the leader of government, and also to the State Department for ensuring that there are no leaks and there are no gaps for such practices to be brought on board. And also, Your Excellency, at the end of the day, with the capping that we are getting from the PS on how the margin's so small, how much can you give? You cannot give. It's impossible.
Okay. So the margin is already too small to share with
the
other
margin
people.
is too small to
you
even
don't have the luxury
tolerate.
to share with other people.
It's too small to tolerate even the thought of having that discussion.
Lillian?
Thank you, Your Excellency. I think integrity is one of the key issues that we stand for as we, engage with the manufacturers. And definitely, if there was any issue around corruption, bribery, we would have already raised this issue with yourself. This is something that, in fact, what he's talking about, the harassment that we are seeing, is the PS calling us every day to tell us, what else can you supply as manufacturers? In fact, he threw it even to us and told us, start designing your own houses if you want us to make sure we mop up everything that is being produced in the country. So there's a move by the government to make sure that anything produced in industry is actually used in this affordable housing. But if it comes to any integrity issues, this is one of the projects we have not had until to date. Thank you.
Great. Let me ask one more thing, Lillian. The numbers. We have numbers that indicate that the construction industry is now significantly contributing to not just jobs, but to the whole industrialization process and to the growth of the economy. Is that reflected in your members' businesses, or these are just stories on paper?
Your Excellency, the good thing about the industry is that they become beneficiaries of any kind of economic movement in the country. And you can imagine now what is happening in the housing sector, that all the contractors now, and you've heard what he's talking about in China, before they go to China, because the costs are quite high, they actually ask the local industry first, can you supply this? And so this is actually trickling down. And every other time we are finding opportunities that are there to make sure that manufacturers are providing any kind of materials that need to be provided for this affordable housing. So we know that the indicators are going to show very soon, based on the numbers that we are all talking about here, on the completion of the work, completion of projects. We're actually going to see that money trickling in. So a lot of the industries are supplying either directly, but majority of the time they are supplying indirectly through this supply chain of contractors. So you can see how the economy is moving in terms of the impact of prompt payments that we are seeing. It actually trickles down, and within a year or two, we'll actually be able to see the impact of the housing sector on the manufacturing sector. And we continue to expand. We continue to provide the lists that we need to show the government that this is what we have locally. Please provide an opportunity to source this. Yes.
Watch this space.
Watch this space.
2 years.
Yes.
Very good.
You will see the numbers.
My friend said, I was in Konza,
Yes, Excellency.
and I saw the new technology you have brought using aluminium. The construction industry is undergoing a revolution of sorts. We've heard from the women contractors who are saying they want to do more with labor, which is positive. We've moved to the next level of Mwangi here. Mwangi, right? Yes, Mwangi here, who says if he went that way, he wouldn't deliver on the project we have given him. He's doing more with the equipment, more equipment. And then we come to you. You're saying even equipment is not enough. We need to up the game and do new technologies.
Yes, sir.
Is that correct?
Yes, Excellency.
So the space around technology, what scope do you think we have? Are we just scratching the surface, or are we there?
We're just scratching the surface, Your Excellency. Construction is one of the oldest industries in the world, and is one of the least disrupted industries. Today, almost every industry is disrupted. Soon we'll have 3D printed houses and many other technologies which are coming about. And we can't be left behind as a country. With that, it does not mean that we will not hire labor. We will increase productivity. We will hire more people, do more per hour. The idea here is not to reduce the labor force, it's to upskill them, to improve their skills, take them to the next level. Like I gave you the example, on our sites now, we trained casual laborers to become aluminium formwork technicians. Before that, and we have upped their salary accordingly. And they stand above even a mason now, in a technology that is just coming to Kenya now. And we hope to spread the word. And it's not only for us, we encourage our fellow contractors. Given such opportunity of such large-scale construction, we have to think differently. The way you've thought differently about how to approach things, here we have to think differently to achieve the results we want to achieve. We've made significant investments, taken definitive action and intention, knowing that this program is successful, it's going to be successful, and we are putting all our eggs in this one basket because success favors the bold.
Thank you very much. So, the new technology does three things. Number one, it reduces cost.
Correct.
Number two, it creates more efficiency, which means you can do more with less time. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Excellency.
So we are basically increasing our productivity, just to use your own words.
Correct, sir.
And if we enhance our productivity, it means we can achieve what we could achieve in 5 years, we can bring it down to 3 years.
Yes, sir.
You just told me here that because of the new technology, you have reduced your time for curing from 21 days to 7.
Yes.
Which means you can deliver faster.
Yes, sir.
And you can do more.
Yes, Your Excellency.
And you can be more efficient.
That's
and
right.
it means you can, with the same number of people, you can do more. So it just helps us to be much more efficient.
Yes, Your Excellency.
And progressively become much more effective and also cost effective. We can then begin to reduce the costs. Is that right?
That's very right.
I am told by Hinga we are pressed for time, but we won't go until Mwangi speaks. Mwangi has said something phenomenal. He says he has the experience of working in America, and he now has the experience of working in Kenya. He has also told us that there are banks that could not open the door for him, but now they welcome
it receives, like she said, 100 million or 200 million. A lot of my contractors, of course, they had to even get started a little bit because psychologically that is not something you're prepared, and none of us knew anything like this could be practical. So even the art of knowing how to manage that kind of money, it is becoming a new thing in Kenya. When we went for a meeting in Mombasa, we all agreed, the contractors, that it has to be intentional because you're now dealing with the big numbers and all of a sudden everybody's treating you differently. I have all kind of respect from Tononoka, who could not even let me carry their materials. They used to tell me that I have to pay cash. Now they are telling me, Tony, we will let you take materials, pay us after that. Contractors whose sites is being delivered almost equivalent or maybe a little bit less in a day. So we have become very important, Your Excellency. All of a sudden, we are contractors who are highly regarded. Contractors used to be regarded as people who are corrupt. This time, we are not people who are corrupt. We are people who are working day and night. And also, when we go and tender at the state government, we don't even know what happens there. When I asked whether I can tender, I was told by my friend PS, just put in your tender and do very well. You will win. That time, people didn't believe in affordable housing is going to take off. So we ended up tendering the 2 or 3 of us. They were skeptical that it's going to take off. Today, I have a lot of people coming to ask me, how can I get a job in affordable housing? And then I'm telling them, you go and tender. And they're asking me, who do I need to see? And then I tell them, go to the portal of affordable housing. You will get the tender that you want. You tender. Am I going to win? Nitatoa pesa ngapi? Ni percentage ni a job.
So it is such a miraculous thing, and Your Excellency, all I can ask you kindly, don't give up, don't leave it. Secure this so that we can do this for a long time. It feels good, Your Excellency. It feels great. Thank you.
My friend Mwangi, Anthony.
Yes, sir.
We have set our eyes on affordable housing for the next 20-25 years. You are a believer because you took a risk. When people thought this was a scam, this was the usual political rhetoric. This is the, people who want to win an election. They say all manner of things, but you believed in it. Today, you are one among the biggest people who are carrying out construction in this space. We are looking at building dams. We are looking at rolling out the SGR. Probably next month, we will begin the rollout of the SGR all the way to Uganda. This year, we are starting the construction of a new airport. Okay. We've just finished Talanta. We've Bomas, the largest conference facility in our region, will be complete in April next year. Yes. April this year. And on and on and on. Do you believe that we can change this country in our lifetime? Do you believe that Kenya can move from where we are to a first world, having worked in America?
Your Excellency, when I moved back here to Kenya with my wife, we started working with roads, and then we went on somewhere, we ran out of money. As a matter of fact, we were conned by some of the business partners. We didn't know, we went through fire. And then my wife told me maybe we should move back to US. But I told her, if you want to go to US, you go back, but let me wait a little bit until the previous government came, they finished, and then you came over. Just after COVID, I also had a conversation with her, and we were about to move back. But then we took the risk, and the risk we took was like this, Your Excellency. Our calculations were like this. We go to US, and we start afresh again. Or we stay here in Kenya, and we take a chance. And we said, going to US is a higher risk than staying here in Kenya. And then, when you announced the affordable housing, we thought that taking the risk of going to affordable housing is like a 50-50. Going to America is 0. Kenya is 50-50. It may happen, it may not happen. But when we came there and the PS signed my contract, I took one day, I did not tell my wife that I had a contract. But the following morning when we were having breakfast, I told her, I want to tell you something. And she said, what? We have a contract of 1.6 billion and it's at Thika. She jumped and she was very excited. But then she see what we have done. Let them come. Your Excellency, and that's going to be you.
Thank you.
Yes.
So you believe in this journey?
I believe in this journey 100%, and this one is 2-term, Your Excellency.
We will talk politics later. We are talking construction.
Thank you.
Chris, you have said something very fundamental about scale.
Yes.
You've given us some statistics. You've said we've been, our requirement for lifts has been 700 every year.
Yes.
700 lifts cannot sustain a manufacturing facility.
No.
Now we have gone from 700 to?
We are envisioning 58,200 lifts.
700 to 58,000
Yes.
lifts. Now we have the requisite ingredients to have a lifts manufacturing company in Kenya. Is that correct?
Very correct.
And there is now a tender.
Yes.
Not for suppliers. For manufacturers of lifts in Kenya. Is that correct?
That's very correct. It's not only lifts.
Yes.
We have 7 components.
Okay.
We have wastewater treatment plants. We have the LV boards, which the LV boards we already have manufacturers, but now we are upscaling it because we are at 2.5 million envisaged boards to be just for the affordable housing projects only. Then we have the sanitary ware, which we are talking upwards of 3 million fittings. Yes. So generator sets, which we had a conversation and PS hit me with reality that we need to, as much as we are pushing for the manufacturers, we need to first attract, because these are big items like the engines. And so for the generators, we're doing assembly, and the interest is phenomenal.
So in other words, you're saying, and tell me if that is correct, that affordable housing is pushing the agenda for manufacturing and for industrialization. Is that correct?
Definitely, definitely. With the tenders that have gone out, and even from the pre-bid interest alone, we are definitely going to have. They are going to be very busy registering new factories and manufacturers.
New manufacturers and new factories. So I think that is really what you're helping me preach to some people who are telling me, what is this about affordable housing? Affordable housing is much more than housing. It goes beyond even jobs. It goes all the way to manufacturing. Yes. And I think that is the message you're saying, Chris, or unless I'm
That is basically the message I'm saying. Affordable housing is not what everybody sees, brick and mortar. These interns that are here, they'll be on site. When the manufacturing comes, as part of the tendering we're doing, the key component of that tender is skill transfer. All these guys have to show us how they'll train the Kenyans. They have to partner with a local. Once they come, they have to train the locals on the manufacturing component. We envision that it will push our professionalism to levels that are not we had not envisioned when we were working. We have 2-3 projects. I'm busy with my supervision, with my projects that I'm supervising, but I still, right now, if you ask me any component in a lift, I know it. If you ask Gisheru any component and how it's done, how it's manufactured, they know it. These guys will be attached to our farms. They'll come experience how to break down the components. You don't see a lift and you just see a car, you come in and buttons. There's a lot of things around it. These skills will be transferred to the locals. We will have locals running their own lift manufacturing companies. We'll have Tony, in the next sitting, I'm sure, you'll have Tony who's telling you, I used to apply lifts, but now I manufacture lifts locally. And he'll be invited to sit in the boardroom with Tony again.
Yes. Finally, Mugo, you are one of our consultants.
Yes.
in the last 3 years, what has changed in your company in terms of the amount of work, the number of staff, and all the experience around it?
Okay, thank you for the question. But first of all, allow me to say profound thanks for considering increasing our fees with 0.5%. Thank you very much. Being the lead consultant, I'm at the apex, and I'm the one who is facing a lot of heat from the rest of the sub-consultants. Now, when we got on, first of all, for us, because we are far of very young professionals, we never used to imagine this contract in 2023. We had a workforce of 7 staff. So we were 2 registered architects. But sometimes, February last year, when we started looking at the quantum and the volume of work we were getting, we made a strategic decision because we realized there's no way we are going to deliver on this project if we continue being the way we are. So, first of all, we had to expand our space. We were on about 700 square feet. Right now, we are on 3,000 square feet. Our workforce has grown as of today. The permanent staff in the office, we are about 21. We were 2 architects, now we are about 7 registered architects and a lot of interns and support staff. Now, in addition to the resident engineers we have on site, we are looking at about 25. Now, these are professionals, and they are not cheap because these are full professionals. So you can see the level at which most of the firms have grown in the country. And recently, we've also had an opportunity, as you keep on saying, to leverage on what we've learned for the last 3 years, and we've started expanding into the region. Second is the issue of transfer of technology. Because we are onboarding at a very high rate, it's almost a crash program. We've been very intentional on how we are training the architects and the interns who are coming so that we handle the issue of quality control on site, because primarily that is our work. So that has been very, very real to us because we've also been very intentional about it. I think for me, that is what I would say has been our experience. And about 75% of the workload in our office right now, it's affordable housing. And we are grateful for your confirmation that we are in this for a long haul. Thank you.
We are in it for a long haul.
Thank you. Yes, surely. We are now sure, yes.
Because I don't think the people of Kenya will allow any reckless politician to interfere with this program. I don't think so. Just looking at the numbers you have said, 7 registered, 7 professionals to 20 something.
21.
21. That is 300% increase.
Exactly. You know? That also includes our turnovers.
Let's not discuss the turnover. The taxman is listening. But all of us must pay our taxes, right?
Sure. Yes.
So your company has increased by about 300%.
Exactly.
Space from 700 square feet to 3,000.
Yes.
Employees from 7 to 21.
Yes.
And then you have now resident engineers and all the other people.
Now
not to mention the interns.
Yes, yes.
And not to mention all the other people.
Exactly.
So there has been growth in your consulting firm.
100%.
Is that right?
Yes, yes.
So this is just affordable housing.
Yes.
We are moving now, just shortly, we will be moving to roads. Please prepare yourselves.
Yes, we will.
We will be moving to dams.
Yes.
Please prepare yourselves.
Yes, sir.
Because that's the next horizon we are moving to.
Yes.
Beginning this year, by the way. So, mujipange. Sawa,
Thank you,
sawa.
sir.
Will you pass on to your colleagues?
Yes, I will.
I know you have said it was good to increase your fees. But there was a small rider. I said
Interns.
you also consider a small stipend.
Yes, I
for
heard
this,
that. I heard
for-
that loudly. Yes,
So
yes,
you will
yes.
take care of that.
Yes, we will.
I am wapige makofi. So I think let's stop there. I could go on. This is one program I am very passionate about. I can have this conversation for a week, non-stop. But let's stop there. Yes. Yeah, I think CS Alice is mentioning to me that Stanley here mentioned that the deposit was 10%. We have since passed the law and we have brought it down to 5%. And for those people occupying social houses, the deposit is 0. Yeah, the people occupying social houses. Because and most of the 3,000 people are social housing. So those people don't need a deposit now going forward. We brought it down to 0, and for the others, we brought it down to 5%. Just so that, Stanley, you can communicate to your members.
Hey, Your Excellency. Ndakuwa mnafiki nisiposema hivi. Barikiwa. Your government imefocus sana kutu empower na kutusaidia sana. Assuming that affordable housing haingekuja. Hebu imagine jua kali yetu 720 million yenye contract imepewa na huko. Wangetoa wapi hiyo pesa? Assuming that affordable housing haingekuja hapo mtaa Kibera. Hizo certifications za NITA zenye zilikuja kusaidia watu wetu wapate documents za kuingia kwa site kama mafundi zingetoka wapi, Your Excellency? I like once to express what congratulations, Your Excellency. Let people talk, and also on a humanitarian ground yenye umekuwa nayo, nasema asante sana. Hatujafukuzwa kama wale watitoka katapila toka. We've been systematically tunatoka pole pole, tunaongeleshwa, we negotiate, we agree, and then we move our people on our way that we have agreed with the ministry. Now on this phase also, we are still negotiating, and then tutaki keo sisi tukielewana ni wangwana sana, tunatoka kwa usalama. Na mimi nakupa mkono like ile ya shukurani kwa kuwa na ile roho ya utu ndani yako, kwa kuwa mzazi mwenye anaona chenye watu wanapitia, na kukuwa na utu ni kama hiyo yenye uzitaka watu wafanyiwe chenye ilikuwa inataka kufanywa Mukuru. Hiyo inaonyesha rais umesimama kweli na wananchi wa chini na unaelewa maslahi yao ya chini. Na ndio nasema, Your Excellency, wale wengine wakisema unafanya hivi kwa sababu ya next election, sisi tunasema na tunaona unafanya hivi kutetea the next generation na wenye watakuja kuappreciate in future. Thank you, Excellency.
Thank you very much, Stanley. You don't have to thank me. I'm just doing my job. This is the job I asked for, and I want to do it and do it well. So, asanteni sana. Thank you very much, guys, for this interaction. I apologize if I asked you any difficult questions. It was not, we just, thank you very much. All right, let's take our seats. Now, good people, I think we've had a good conversation, haven't we? So we've had a good conversation. Sasa nyinyi majamaa mko tayari? Si mmesikia vile mambo inaendelea? Sasa kila, you know, the profession you have learned, whether you are planners, designers, we've had people here, engineers, architects, surveyors, realtors, people who are working with the data scientists program. We have many professionals sitting here today. Many people were asking me earlier that huyu Ruto anasema ati watoto wetu waende wafanye wake wanaweza kwenda kufanya kazi kwa site. Sasa niwaulize, architect kazi yake inaweza kufanyika bila site? Engineer ataendelea bila site? Planner atafanya bila site? Surveyor atafanya bila site? So site is the place of work for these professionals. Just in case you are not aware, your office itakuwa kwa site. Ama hakuna office ingine, office ni hapo kwa site. That is how you guys are going to work. And I have tried to negotiate for you something. So, mutajipanga na hawa jamaa. And but don't focus so much on the stipend. Focus on the experience you are going to get. You have been told this could possibly be an interview. Make sure you put forward the A game. Sindio? Ama? Si kila moja ataweka their best foot forward. Yes, so that you can make us proud, make your country proud, contribute towards having a Kenya that we all deserve. So thank you very much, good people, and I want to say to all the professionals here, the PSS, the ministers, my good deputy there, and everybody else. Nafikiri kama ingekuwa nafasi ya deputy president angesema ni fire si fire. So, and I have a wonderful gentleman there. You know, sometimes when you want to succeed, you hire or you get a deputy who has gone to school more than you. Alafu anafanya kazi mzuri, wewe unapigiwa makofi. Good people, I wish you well. Nawatakia heri, nawatakia baraka ya Mungu in everything that you are going to do. You have my 100% support, and you have our goodwill, and you have our prayers. Asanteni sana, and God bless you. Thank you.
A wonderful round of applause for His Excellency and the teams. As we wind up, I'll now request that, with your permission, Your Excellency, as we close with the national anthem, the anthem. And that brings it.